What up? What up, y'all? It looks like we are live. What's going on? What up? What up? What's going on,
What's
everybody?
going
Man,
on?
Lucky in the building. Got Miss Millie in the building. Got Locked in the building. What's good, y'all?
What's up, people?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right. Well, look, check this out, y'all. If you've never been on this live stream before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We appreciate the support. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button if you like the content. Consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we jump on here and just start kicking it, y'all. So, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Wonderful.
Great.
Great. I don't know. Y'all be sounding kind of. Yeah, we need something. Y'all need like a quicker picker upper. You know, like something to get y'all going. Y'all need a Snickers. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Espresso.
Red Bull or
Espresso, yo.
something. Yeah, I just get like, what is it? Oh, I get it. Maybe because it's Sunday, it's just a chill day, just laid back. Like,
Yeah, that's all
chilling.
it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, look, I'm gonna just let y'all know. I'm gonna do my best to ruffle some feathers. All right.
All right.
Mhm. All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right. All right. That's what's up. All right. So look, we're gonna get into it. The first question I have, and I just want to know, right? This is gonna be men against the women type thing. Okay. Who ages better, men or women?
What?
Who ages better, men or women?
It all depends on their lifestyle choices.
Okay. Okay,
You know,
break that down to me.
a person who's taking care of their body and stuff, they tend to age slower,
Okay.
than a person that's just out here just putting all types of toxins and stuff in their body. So
Okay.
it all depends on their life choices.
Okay. I got you. I got you. What you say, Lot?
I, I can agree with what she's saying. Yeah, it does depend on lifestyle. Um, what you're doing, but I can't say that preferably um a man with you know gray and and all that. It looks good. So
Yes, I think that's sexy. I want to see the gray.
right.
Okay. All right. So I'm still in the game, huh?
You
I got a little gray. I'm still in the game, huh? Yeah, I know it's a lot of men out there that like color their beard. You know what I'm saying? Dye their beard and
Yeah,
dye their hair and stuff like that. And I've never I embrace the gray. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's a sign of like a sign
maturity.
of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? So I embrace my gray, but there's a lot of guys out there that cover up that gray. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is, and I don't know why. I think it's sexy. I want
It's
me a
very
man with a little grayness.
right, right. It's very attractive. It's I embraced. I think I started going gray probably just as a female, right? But I think I started going gray at probably about 35 or whatever. And
Hmm.
then I have this thing where I have a birthmark on my hair line that goes straight back. So yeah, I've always had gray, but then I really started going gray probably about 35. So I've always embraced it. I mean, I didn't have the need to color it in no way. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was born with like two white strands of hair, and then it just started coming out of nowhere. So I got a lot of white strands.
Listen, they don't die, they multiply.
Yeah, so
You
I'm
know
good with
what
that. I want to see how white it can get.
I'm saying? All right, that's what's up. But okay, but let me ask you this though. Who do you believe, right? Just based on, what y'all see in life, takes care of themselves better? Is it typically men? Is it typically women? Like who, you know what I'm saying?
I
Y'all don't
believe
get
it's I believe it's honestly I believe it's women because we tend to still do the getting dressed up and the makeup and getting the hair done and doing the makeup and stuff. I mean doing the nails and stuff. So I think it's women, you know what I mean? I just feel it like that.
okay. What you say,
Yeah,
Miss
me
Millie?
too. I agree with that.
Okay. Is that more of like a situation to where women pretty much value their beauty? You know what I'm saying? More than men do. Most men just I'm just a man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just
Yeah.
I believe we try to preserve our beauty.
okay.
Yeah, a little more than what men does.
Okay. All right. And that's pretty much throughout life, right? Like
Right.
from you know what I'm saying, from childhood, just you know what I'm saying,
Right.
growing up. For a man, is the best you can do is go to the barber shop and hope for the best, right? You know what I mean? We go to the barber shop, we come out like, yeah, you know what I mean? You know, the day before it's time to hit the barber shop, like, damn, oh man, I got to get to the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And that's how I used to pick my barber. You know what I'm saying? By the amount of attention that I got, you know what I'm saying, for that
Right.
week or so after the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't really getting no looks and no, you know what I'm saying? It was just okay. But
Yeah.
when I was getting them compliments, like, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, that's my barber. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Okay,
I
all
get
right.
it.
All right. What about
But
so
I
what
mean, have you? I was gonna say something about the barbershop and the way it is now. Have you noticed, like you were saying, people, guys dyeing their gray and stuff like that? Have you noticed recently? Is I don't know. I guess within the last year or so that that spray that they're doing on the beards to line the beards up and line the hairline up, and it's some type of spray or whatever. Have you noticed that stuff?
yeah, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that for the beards, for the hairline, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Getting that
Right.
crisp hairline and
Right.
you know
Right.
what I'm saying,
Right.
the front
Right.
and all of
Right.
that.
Right.
I see a lot of that.
What's your take on that?
Uh I mean, I'm for me, I'm more of a just a straight natural type of dude. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've always got my hair, well, not always, but for the most part, when I was younger, I always got a hair, my hair lined up and everything. But like, let's say my beard, right? When I first started growing a beard, it was patchy. It was, I really couldn't get it to come in full the way I wanted to. But I didn't do anything to try to enhance it or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like whatever it was, it just was.
It
You know what I'm
just
saying? Y'all
was.
can't really see on here, but my beard really don't connect. You know what I mean? But I just let it fill out as best it does, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? However it grows, that's how it grows. So for me, I've never been into doing the extra stuff. It's to me, it's border
Is it cosmetic
it's
and
makeup.
like a
It's
yeah?
makeup.
Okay, I was gonna say that, like a beauty enhancement.
Yeah. And then I'm just not into the I don't know. It's like putting on makeup.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So
It's a temporary fix. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I guess, man. I mean, I've had one of my barbers, use that spray,
Mm.
on my hairline. Oh man, I want to get it crisp. I said, listen, man, don't do that. Moving forward, whatever crisp it ain't, it just
It
ain't.
just
You know
ain't.
what I'm saying? That's it. And I know a lot of guys' hairlines are not perfect, right? And so you have a lot of barbers that end up pushing guys' hairline back to get it as tight, you know what I'm saying, and as
Mhm.
sharp as possible. But nah, wherever mine is off, just let it be off, and that's just it. That's just how I've been. Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And then when the gray started coming in, I felt proud of my grades. You know what I'm saying? I still feel proud of my grades. You know what I'm saying? So man, it is what it is.
Right.
What's them dude? What's them dudes? The dudes that's all grayed out.
Oh, the silver foxes.
Yeah. I'm working on my I'm working
Are
on
you
my
trying to be a
membership.
silver fox?
I'm trying to get in there.
Trying to get in
I'm trying to
there.
get in. Matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, see, I'm not into the whole like the cosmetic thing, right? But I don't know. You know what? One day I might just go if I could find like a gray beard color, like to not make my beard black, right? So like gray. So I could dye my beard gray just to see what it looked like.
Well, there's a
You know what I'm saying?
just to give you a little tidbit about some product. There's a purple shampoo that will help you along the way.
What did it do? Hold on, we gotta be careful.
It'll make it clear and it'll make it stand out. The purple shampoo washes out the yellow, therefore you'll have the white beard that you want. So
Okay.
your gray will be better. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. But yeah.
But those little imperfections, that's what makes you you. So if your
Right.
hairline ain't what it's supposed to be, if your beard ain't what it's supposed to be, you know those
Yeah.
imperfections, that's
Yeah.
what makes you who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I think so many people are so focused on perfection, right? Just trying to look, you know what I'm saying, perfect, that it
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
just takes away from the uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I like about women. Their imperfections, and I tell women that all the time. Like, stop. Like, it's cool. I like your imperfection because they make you unique. You know what I'm saying? There's
Absolutely.
so many women out here that just they all look the same because they're
Mm-hmm.
getting
Yeah.
the same eyelashes, the same this, like yo, they all look the
Same lace
same.
front.
You know what I'm saying? And they be like, "Yo, why you looking at her? Shit, she look like you. Like y'all look all the same. Like if I like you, and then you look like her, and she look like her, but then she look like you, it's all the same person. So if I'm attracted to you, then I'm gonna be attracted to her. If I like her looks, I'm gonna like her looks, and I like your looks. Y'all all looking the same. Nobody
Right.
is unique anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
And
so,
that's why a lot of it was before I decided to lock my hair or whatever, I was constantly in braids or whatever, and I was like, I'm not wearing my hair down anyway, right? But everybody's wearing braids. They might not we may not be wearing the same hairstyle, but we're all wearing braids. And I was like, I might as well just go on. I mean, I wanted to lock it when I was in my 30s, but I was like, let me just wait. And I waited. I wish I would have done it sooner. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to lock my hair, just because I wanted to be my own individual self. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, it's just little those, like I said, the little imperfections that you
yes,
have
yes,
make you exactly who you are. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? You don't want to be like everybody else.
Yes, I love
Mhm.
the
Yep.
imperfections. Stop trying to cover up that scar. You know what I'm saying? Stop
Hmm.
trying to, you got a gray streak or whatever. Yo, just let the thing. I'm telling you, I
Embrace
like.
it.
Yeah, I like it. It's what makes you know what I'm saying, for me. It's what makes women unique. So you know what I'm saying. I like it. All right, so let's get into this, right? Health, right? So we talked a little bit about about looks. Wait, hold on. Before I go into that. So for men, since we talked about hair, right? Hair loss is a big issue for men, right? And it's something that typically just happens over time, right? Um, is that something that women deal with? It's not. It's definitely
Absolutely.
not.
Yes. A lot of
It
women.
is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It
Wow.
thins
Okay.
out. That's why a lot of women wear wigs. And I'm mad you asked that when you already know old Phil and Leah came in there with the 5 strands of hair.
Huh?
When she forgot her lace front at home.
Oh. Oh my god.
That was
Uh,
one of
uh,
those.
yeah. Oh, so you know what? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so you know what? I think that, and the reason why I never realized that it might be as prevalent, right, is because for the most part, when women, with wigs, weaves, and whatever, I can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it like if you have on a wig or weave or whatever, to me, it's just your hair. Like I can't really look and pinpoint, oh, that's a weave, or oh, that's a wig. You know what I'm saying? So there probably are women that are, you know what I'm saying, just going through some things or whatever, but it's just easier for women to hide it than it is for a man. Typically, when a man is just, starting to go bald or whatever, he just cuts it all off, right? So the assumption is that a man who's bald is probably bald because, you know what I'm saying? Either his hairline is receding or, got a bald spot in the back of his head. And the reason why I say that is because I was bald for years. Like I purposely just cut off my hair. I don't like going into the barbershop. It's a bunch of dudes just in there blah blah blah, lying about what they did this and they did that and they got it's. I get it. It's a place, you know what I'm saying, for men to go and like fellowship and you know what I'm saying. It's therapeutic. You get stuff off your chest, but you know what I'm saying. I've never been that dude that just want to go and sit in the barbershop all day. So I just started cutting all my hair off, right? And I did that for years. And then I just decided to like just let my hair grow back. And then people were just amazed that I could grow a full head of hair. You know what I'm saying? Like my hairline wasn't receding. I didn't have a bald spot like in the top of my head or whatever. And you know, so I know with men, it's just like the assumption is that you know, if he's bald, then it's because you know of hair loss or something like that. But again, with women, it's just it's easier to you know hide whatever issues you
So
might be having.
yeah, um my daughter and her 3 kids. So her oldest has a full head of hair, and we talking about like a full head of hair. And then we have the middle child who has alopecia. She's young. She's really young. And then we have the baby who has a full head of hair. And she um and maybe because she's younger, maybe because she's younger, but she's been without hair for so long that even if you put like something, if you put like something like a hat or whatever, she'll take the hat off. So for her, I guess it's freeing. I don't know how she's gonna be when she's older, but yeah, she doesn't have any hair and she's okay with it. She hasn't been to school, so you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe for her, through her eyes, maybe I'll see different, but I don't see it as being a problem so much. Um, I believe it because we get attached to stuff. So here we go. We get attached to stuff. Hair is one of them because I feel like, oh, if I cut my hair off, I'm not going to look a certain way. It takes away from this. It's an attachment. You kind of get what I'm saying? But I believe her born with alopecia, not having any hair or whatever, I'm hoping that she won't have that, I want to have hair. And if she does, you know what I'm saying? You could always buy it or whatever. But yeah, I think it's just an attachment thing.
Okay. Let me ask you this, right? Um, y'all ladies are cheating when it comes to looks. Y'all cheat.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, because we can go buy eyelashes. We could go make our eyebrows fuller.
Right.
We can
Right.
and
And
make our
listen,
lips full if we want.
Yeah, y'all cheating.
we're some good magicians if you let us be.
Okay, makeup make you look like you're 20 years younger.
So with that being said, right, I'm gonna have to give it to the men that we age better, right? Just in the looks department because we're more honest. We can't really tell how y'all.
Not
How many?
nowadays, y'all not.
No. Listen. Okay,
Y'all
I'm gonna
got just
give
as
you.
much makeup as us.
I'm gonna
And
give
they
you.
make it fake. They got wigs for them now. We ain't got
I'm
They
lace
do.
fronts too.
They do. They do.
hold on.
I've seen that, but but you guys embrace it better than we do,
Yeah,
of
and y'all
course.
do. And
Like I
y'all
said,
do.
we become attached to stuff. We become attached to the hair, the makeup, the eyelashes, the clothes, the shoes. We got to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying you and your wife going to the market at 80 years old. You ready? You done threw on your pants and your shirt. Guess what she doing?
Did
Putting
get
on
ready.
yeah, putting on her lipstick and her. You know what I'm saying? I can't go out like that. So you guys do embrace it better than we do, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna touch on that real quick, and I don't want to get off topic. I just want to say that it is not fair that we got to put up with y'all the way that y'all look, and y'all don't even want to look like that when y'all go out. And we stuck in a house with y'all like that, but then y'all get all dolled up when we go out there to the world. Now, who are y'all? Are y'all trying to get attention, or are y'all helping us out and say, look, I know what I look like when I look in the mirror. However, I want to represent you well. So I'm gonna get all dolled out just in case we bumped into one of your friends.
Exactly.
And I don't want
Exactly.
one of your friends to be looking at you like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Is
Didn't
that
I
That's
what it
tell
is?
exactly
you?
what that is. That
But
second
then
one.
you're right. But then I tell you that if ain't nobody looking, it's a problem. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are.
But it's
You
but it's an unnatural look.
that's
It's not
okay.
a
That's
it's a
okay. But they
okay.
looking.
A look is a look. A look is a
Yeah.
look. All right. I got you.
That's a
I got
win.
you.
That's a win.
All right. All
These
right.
things scolding and got the nose toot up in the air.
It's a win, y'all.
All right, I got you. I got you. I'm still gonna have to give the I'm as far as who age is better, right? We the looks department, I got to give it to the guys on this one. I have to. I have to.
I mean, that's because you're a guy.
Nah,
Yeah.
listen, y'all just broke it down with the whole makeup and everything. You
Hey,
know what I'm saying? So we can't
hey.
even see how y'all aging, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all covering up the real deal, so we really don't know. Look,
But how can
look,
if you
you
really
go,
don't know? How can you give it to the guys? You really
because
don't.
Exactly.
y'all know how we look. We don't have to do anything. What y'all seeing is what y'all getting. We don't go in the bathroom one person and come out an hour later looking like somebody different. You know what
That's
I'm
all right.
saying?
That's all right.
You know what I mean?
So call us Houdini.
Listen, when I wake up in the morning, my pillow is nice and clean. Some of y'all wake up in the morning and half of y'all still on your pillow.
Oh Lord.
No, that must be a drunk
Not
night
washing your
because they
face.
need to
Oh
clean
no,
that off their face.
not the falling asleep with your face. No.
Okay, that's one of them drunk nights. Just pass out when you go home.
And
Hey,
listen,
not to get off topic, but that's like the piece and I'm gonna get you sucker where she takes off her leg.
yeah,
Leg. Oh,
yeah. All of that stuff coming off. Yes.
yeah.
Come on now. Y'all don't experience guys taking off weight trainers, the thing around their waist, pulling off their hair and doing all that kind of stuff now, right?
No, they
You know
just
what I'm saying?
disappoint you in other areas.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move off of looks, right? We're gonna move off of looks and then we're gonna get onto health, right? Who in the health department do y'all think take better care of themselves, like as they age, men or women?
We are at a certain age. The females are not in the gym. We're not. We're not. I'm just gonna keep it real. We're not. We're not doing the walking up and down. We're not doing any of that. You
None
see
of
more,
that.
right? You see more men out there walking up and down the street in the community versus versus females or whatever. So yeah, I got to give it to the man on that. I've got to.
Yeah, me too.
Because they don't want walking the dog. They like, I need to keep in shape. I need to get my blood pressure up. And, got to get that blood pumping in the right places.
Listen,
they got more to invest in
okay,
that.
all right, okay,
Than women
that's a
do.
good point. That's a good point. I was just gonna leave it alone, but now that you bring that up, do you believe that that could be a motivator for men to you know what I'm saying, stay at least, stay in shape so that, he could get that morning, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
When you wake up
morning
in the
wood.
morning, you know what
Morning
I'm
wood.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might wake up with a surprise.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, got to keep that blood flow and all that stuff, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot more men stating that they want to be able to versus the female who, I mean, there's a lot of females be like, no. And I've ran across lately a lot of females that they're just not interested. And I'm like, yo, how could you not be interested? You still got life in you. You know what I mean?
Mm,
That's crazy to me. So yeah.
okay. But
I'm
well,
interested.
I think it's I don't know. I ain't never been a woman, but I'm just saying. I think maybe it's just easier for y'all because y'all don't have. I don't want to say the duty to perform, right? But y'all don't got the same pressure. I don't know. I don't think y'all just got the same pressure. You know what I'm saying? That a man would have. Because when a man wake up in the morning and that it ain't no wood, excuse me,
Right.
like that's like the beginning of the end.
That's the beginning of the
Hold
beginning.
on now, Miss Millie.
That's that's the beginning of
Don't
the
be laughing
beginning.
at us.
And
These
and
are the struggles
the
that we
thing is,
have that I don't know.
I just don't understand. Like, I would like to have a sit down with a bunch of females that are in my age bracket, maybe a little bit older, and I for them to explain to me what is it that they dislike about it. Because I mean, for me, I'm like, yo, I don't understand why you wouldn't.
What do you
Man,
mean?
like
Hold on, what do you
early
mean?
in the
Be more
morning,
specific.
Because
shoot, that's the best.
they're always talking about like the hot flashes, the menopause, the this, the that, whatever. And I'm like, that I mean, for me, sex has so many health benefits.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, for you to be like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
help with cardio if it's done, if it's done the right way. I mean, yes,
I
get a
mean,
lot of cardio in.
and there's things that you could do to minimize those hot flashes.
You got a little
Before,
yoga in there.
there's a lot of things that you could do in order to not be like in your head about. And we do also with the menopause is the gaining the weight, it's all this stuff. We have these feelings about what we look like now versus what we look like back then. But my thing is, if you got a man who accepts all that and understands all that, what would stop you from having relations? Go ahead and do it. I'm trying to tell you that the benefits are the benefits. The protein that you are giving me is the protein that I'm lacking. Yes, Lord. You're I'm lacking in my body. And that is why
Yes,
you're
that
going
vitamin D.
that is why you're going through the hot flashes and all this other stuff, because you're not allowing him to do what he needs to do to make you healthy. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I hear you talking. I
I
Yeah.
don't. That's
totally
not something I go
agree.
through. So you know.
I
Okay.
would like to know why they say no too, cause I want in the morning. Man, that's the best time. If I could get it in the morning, every morning, shit,
Mm.
I'm happy every morning, every day.
Early in the morning.
Early in the
First
morning, I'm
thing in the
happy.
morning. Wake you
I
up out
mean,
your sleep.
yes.
Wake me up.
Now that wake me up out my sleep. I'm with that one.
Yes, wake me up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I don't mind. You know what I'm
I
saying? But
don't
I don't know.
mind.
There's a lot of females out there, like I said, in my age bracket, and they're like, no, 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 and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? No, no, no.
Okay, it's yes, yes, yes. Cause
Right.
while you saying no, 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 another one saying yes, yes, yes.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that's very
Then you
possible.
wonder why Grandpa got a 2-year-old baby.
Okay,
Not grandpa with a
with
2-year-old.
old Keisha down the street.
No, not grandpa with a 2-year-old.
What? What?
But listen, I hear that like when women go through, you know what I'm saying, like those bodily changes, it like maybe decreases their libido. You know what I mean? So it's just not there. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It might not be something that they're doing on purpose.
No,
It's just not there. You know?
I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose. What I'm saying is that if you're I'm lacking in something, right? But if I allow you to have relations with me, it it um it gives me what I need in some sense of the word in a natural state. Because what they want you to believe is that if you take this pill or do this cream, you're going to feel better, which is not the case. If you do it in a natural way, you will feel better. You understand what I'm saying? Along with all the like I said, it's a health benefit. So you're gonna do all the natural things. You're gonna put all those natural, like the teas, the the
Oh yeah, you got that tea. We know you got that tea.
the herbs. You're gonna put the herbs in your body along with having relations, allow you to, you know what I'm saying? You'll feel better. And I get it, because I'm in the States, so I'm just saying, like, you sit up here talking about them hot flashes. Yeah, I understand. You be burning from within, and you just start sweating all of a sudden, or whatever. Hey, put the ceiling fan on medium and turn on a
Handle
heating
your
blanket.
business.
No, I'm just saying, turn on a heating blanket and then do what you got to do.
Okay, I got you. When you look at the life expectancy of men and women, right? Women typically live a lot longer than men, right? Um, and that's interesting because I don't know, and I looked it up. Like, there's a whole big study done, right? And I think if we just look around, we can see typically, you know what I'm saying, the man is the one that passes away first, right? Um, and I'm cool with that, right? And the reason why I'm cool with that is because I'm a quality of life person, right? I want to have a great quality of life. As soon as my quality of life starts to decline, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of women talk about, well, we outlive, man, we live longer, yeah, but what's the actual quality of your life? If
Right
you know what I'm
after the
saying, if
fact.
you're really gonna live for a long time, I see, a lot of women who their husbands preceded them, you know what I'm saying, passing on and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at, their quality, it just doesn't look like a quality of life. It's just like I'm living, but
The
you know what I'm
lifestyle
saying?
declines. The life, yeah, it declines.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I just me once it just starts getting on the decline, it's like, look, man, my work is done, my time is up, let me, you know, I don't want to just live long. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
want to have a fruitful, you know what I'm saying? A happy, who want to go to the doctor every day? Who want to go to this
Nobody.
appointment, from that appointment to that appointment, stuck with
Yeah.
needles, taking medication, this and that, just to keep waking up, just to wake up the next day and do it all over again for a different body part. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's rough. But yeah, I was just kind of see who ages better. I think we age better,
Of
man.
course you're gonna say that.
I think we do. You think so too. You just not gonna say it.
Some
You
of them, some
you
of
you think, but in general, across the board, if you would have removed makeup, hair, all of the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, women use to, you know what I'm saying, like, enhance, or just kind of keep that
them.
good
Okay,
look
you
and
might
that
have a
beauty
point
glow.
because it's gonna be a whole bunch of bald-eyed people out there. It's gonna be a whole bunch of bald-eyed women. That's gonna look weird.
Yeah. But, so let me ask you this though: do you think all of the like the beauty products and like the hair and all of that stuff? Do you think things like that, being done at a young age, contributes to, you know what I'm saying, at an
The
older age,
aging,
not
yes.
having, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I think it does because putting on makeup, especially foundations, so young, they tend to make you age quicker. So you'll be 13 years old looking like you're 21.
Mm.
21, you're looking like you're in your 30s. So yeah, that does plays a part in it.
So it's almost like once you really start going that route, it's almost like you have to keep
You got
go.
to at this
You
point.
got to keep
Well,
going because
well,
Yeah.
now, you know what I
let, let,
mean.
let me say something for somebody who wears makeup every day. Uh,
You wear makeup every day.
I wear makeup every day,
What if?
whether I go out or not.
Okay, that's what I
Um,
was just about to ask you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, whether I go out or not. And I don't, I'm wrinkle free, but I'm not. But see, I have, like we say, embrace your flaws.
Mhm.
I have flaws. So not of course, but yes, I cover up my face because I don't like what I see in the mirror, and so it's not that I want to look. When I was 21, I wanted to look, or when I was, 15, I wanted to look 21 or anything. But I have been wearing makeup for a long time. And like I say, I wear makeup every day. So it's just it's a habit thing, and you have to, if you're a person that wears makeup every day, you have, even if you're wearing cheap products, you have to know what you're putting on your face so that you don't age like like above you're above the age that you are. I'm trying to put it in correct words because like here we go with my age, right? I'm 59, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Give it to me.
You 59. Go ahead.
I'm
You
59. I don't have any wrinkles. I don't have any bumps on my face, but I do have like this big ass birthmark on my face that runs from one side to the other side and it runs across my nose. Then I have a dog.
I'm sorry.
Then I got a dog bite on my face. So
a dog bite.
Yeah, I got attacked by a dog. So
you got bit. I'm sorry. You got in your face?
In my face. So I covered those marks up with foundation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for people not to question me, like, is that a burn on your face or what happened? And that was when I was younger. So then I tend to just continue that process and just put on the foundation. And I never accepted the birthmark on my face. You understand what I'm saying?
So it all depends on what type of makeup you use to make you age.
Right. You have to watch, you have to kind of read the labels and find out what it is that they're putting in these products. Therefore, that stuff is not soaking into your skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The beauty industry is $1 billion business.
Yes, absolutely. It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some people, like on these sites, people are like, oh, I'm making lip gloss, or I'm making eyeshadow, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that without the CDC, approving it, and they're selling it. And then you putting it on your face, and next thing you know, you got lead in your pores and all this kind of stuff. And so you just got to be careful. You just got to read the labels. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean.
Is that why some of y'all are crazy? Like, because of the makeup? Like, yo, just take the makeup off and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just crazy because we crazy.
Soaking in lead and all that.
Yeah. Women are we just crazy. I mean, we just crazy. There's no excuse for being crazy. We just crazy. We just crazy.
Next time I come across a crazy woman, I'm gonna just grab a cloth, man, and just wait. Just lip gloss off your face so you will act right. What's wrong with you?
Right. Right.
All right. So, all right, that's what's up. All right, I'm gonna get into the next topic, right? On the live stream we did the other day, there was a lot of talk about body game, right? Body game. Are y'all familiar with the term body game?
You talking about what someone looks like?
Yeah,
or like body count.
Nah, not body count. Different? Yeah, not body count. Just body game. Just basically, your physique. You know what I'm saying? Just your physique, your body. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You work out. You go to the gym. For men, they're lean, low body fat, abs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if body game also applies to women, but I'm gonna just apply it. You know what I'm saying? Women who have nice bodies and they accentuate the body, and so men are attracted. You know what I'm saying, to that woman for her body. So body game is your body is what you use to get noticed, right? Question, right? When it comes to body game, when it comes to attraction for women, is there a difference between physical attraction and then I'll say intimate attraction for you
It
ladies?
is.
Is a difference.
Yes.
Okay. What about for you, Locked? Is there a difference?
It's got to measure up.
Can you be oh God, what are we talking about? Listen, okay.
It,
Let
it's
me ask
got
this.
it's got to be it's got to be at least on some type of even playing ground. If you look like something but you ain't working with nothing, I'm good. If you're working with something and you don't look good, I'm good. It's got to have some type of, you kind of get what I'm saying. It's got to have some type of
Got to
measurement.
come together.
Yeah. It can't just be one or the other. I got to be attracted to you to even do anything with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, does
Okay.
it matter? Yeah, it matters to me.
It matters. So it's so is it possible for you to be attracted to a man, right? Physically attracted, right? He looks good, smells good, he got a nice body, right? And when I say he has a nice body, I'm not saying like you've seen him without any clothes on, but you can tell by the clothes that he's wearing and the fit of his shirt, you know what I mean? And the fit of
Mm-hmm,
his jeans or whatever that he works out. He has a nice body, right?
mm-hmm.
But not be attracted to him in a intimate form, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you can be physically attracted, but if you had time alone with him one on one, you would not be
Oh,
intimately attracted
yes.
to him.
Yes. Because a man can turn me off. They mouth, like certain, they can be sex. I mean, just as soon as I look, I'm like, damn, he's sexy, you know? But I'm alone with him and he can say the wrong thing. And now I'm looking at him like, you just dumb. Like, just, I'm about to go, you know?
But I
So,
mean,
yeah,
just like that, like
just like
just
that.
like that,
Just like that. Turn off just that quick. The quickest I was turned on, the quickest I turned off.
not over a period of time. Just
Nope.
it could be just one thing that he
Ain't no
say,
need to
and
waste
it
no
just the
time.
whole everything just go left right there.
Yep.
Just
Because
like
I don't, it done been a time to where I went to meet this guy and I didn't like the way he walked.
like
And
the way
I
he
was
walked.
like, you know
Or
what?
he was
Yes.
bow leg, he was pigeon toed. Like what you
I
mean? Like
don't
what you
know, but he had a little wobble with his walk and I didn't like it. So I was like, you know what? I'm sorry for wasting your time and mine. I didn't even give him my real name. So,
all off of a walk?
yes,
A
yes,
walk.
yes. A walk.
This could have been your Prince Charming.
Nah, I didn't like the way he walked, and he was
Okay, so
short.
so he
So
could have so he could have never been your Prince Charming with a walk
no,
like that.
no, not with a walk like that.
A
And he was
walk.
short. You
You're
know.
not you're not willing to overlook a walk if he could have been like everything else. It's just the walk is just so bad that we just are never gonna walk anywhere together.
Me and it's just him wobbling. That just I don't know.
I can't do with a raggedy mouth.
Yeah,
A raggedy mouth, I can't do
yeah,
it.
me either.
I
I
mean, I,
agree.
I could overlook some things, but if your mouth is raggedy, your teeth, you got, I just, no, sir.
Yeah, you
No,
got
sir.
like 4 teeth in your mouth, and that's a problem.
Yeah, no. Like
Yeah.
you got
What if it's
cat.
the
I mean,
four up front though? Like, he's
No, no,
fine.
no.
so this is the thing. I'm not talking about like the amount of teeth. I'm talking about the way the teeth look. So say like you got a hole in the front and you ain't fixed it or whatever. I mean, if you ain't fixed it, it's still gonna be white or whatever. But if you ain't fixed it, it's brown, it's funky, all this kind of stuff. I can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah.
care. You can have two teeth in the front. If they fucking taken care of, I'm good. But if they're raggedy, no, I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good.
Oh,
okay. We got
yeah, I
um we
can't do
got
that either.
we got Shaka 337 in the building. Usually women tend to overlook small flaws. Like, man, okay. Do y'all
What's considered a small flaw? So
mm,
so so let's just start there because you're talking about a small flaw. A
Yeah, I'm
one eye,
mm,
curious.
a one eye.
But again, I think that women don't
Three
necessarily look
fingers
at.
and no hand, no fingers on the other hand. Is
I
that a
don't think
smart flaw?
women look at looks as much as men do, or do y'all?
We do.
We
We do.
do. And we'll be lying if we say we didn't.
Okay, but so how different?
You know what? We tend to look at package more than what we're looking
Yeah,
at you
we
in the
do.
face. And
Yeah,
I'm just keeping
more.
it real. So that's probably why you have that in your head where we're really not looks are not prevalent.
Yeah, because we do look at the package first. Of we
So
like look
so
from down and then up.
We might
all
not
right.
look up
At
if we
least
look
that's
down.
what I do. I look down and then I look up. You don't need to look up if the package ain't right.
Right.
So a guy could actually be not, attractive or not good looking, but if everything else is on point, like I know y'all talk about shoes. I hear women saying, shoes. So if he got a nice shoes, he's dressed well, his clothes, his jeans, his shirt is matching. Maybe he got a nice watch and all of that, but just his face is not that appealing. He could still have a chance. Is
I'm gonna
that
Yeah.
what you're
say
saying?
I'm gonna say in secret if the package is right.
Yeah,
But you won't know. You won't know, right?
you will
Initially
Oh
know.
at
yes, I
first.
will know.
We will know.
Oh,
We
y'all.
will
What
know.
you
Cause
mean?
cause you guys think so.
You can't tell them. You can't tell them.
Right, because
Oh
you
yeah,
that's not
yeah.
what
You,
that's
you
not what
can't.
you about.
Yeah, we
That's not
can't
what you
give that
about.
secret out.
But we looking, we can tell.
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
tell.
tell. That's
What
all
do
y'all
you
need
like?
to know.
Okay, all right. Got you,
We
got
looking
you.
at hands, feet. We looking at all
Packages,
that. We looking at
you know,
all that.
all that.
And then we do ask the question, briefs or
Boxes.
sequin
Boxers.
draws. Yeah,
Or
we
do
do.
you wear them tighty
Tidy whitey.
whities?
Right, right. We'll ask. We will ask. I mean, a woman will ask.
Because depending on what you wear, also determines your size.
Okay, I got you. Y'all got this thing down packed, man. Oh man. Okay. Y'all got this thing down packed. All right. Let me see. Shaka Shaka 337 says, yeah, if the face is okay, but the body is nice, women are cool with that. It's called ugly hot. But trust, they still get turned on. It's all good. Okay, ugly hot. All right, I got that.
It's
Hmm.
called butterface.
A butterface.
Butterf-
Butterface.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Everything good, but what? The face.
Butterface.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard that in a long time. Butterface.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, but yeah. So y'all can separate the f- the physical from the
Intimate.
intimate. I'm using the word
Yes.
intimate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
I, do men do that? The,
I don't know about men, but I know us women can.
oh man, that I don't. How do you separate? How do you separate the two? Like, yeah, I don't know.
It's I mean, you like what you like, right? So we all have we say we don't have preferences, right? But we all do have some sense or sort of preference,
Okay,
right?
yeah, but
And so this is the thing. Every this is a general statement. But women will say, I like the man that's 6 feet, the man with six figures, this, that, and the third. Everything six, right? I think it's called the three sixes or the
the
four
three
sixes.
sixes,
I
yeah.
don't know what the hell it's called. But the reality is when you there's not that many men that so I think I'm 5'4" or something like that. There's not really that many men, probably like 5'3" or 5'2". I don't know. I'm sure. But anyway, there's not that many men that are going to approach me because guess what? he's going to get tired of bending down to pick me up or to give me a kiss, or his back hurt or his neck hurt. You know what I'm saying? We all have preferences. I have a preference. So I believe that you can separate the two, or just accept the person for whatever. That's why
Okay.
when you said, you know, if everything else is good and his face is half decent, it's
Okay.
accepting it in its totality. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I got you. All right, Shaka Shaka 337 says, yeah, we do short term versus long term. Um, you know what? For me, right, short term versus long term is not physical versus like the intimate. For me, short term versus long term is more on the mental. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never thought short term when dealing with a woman. If I wouldn't deal with you long term, I wouldn't deal with you at all. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If it
For
didn't
me, that's
last,
just for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can't, if you're not, if in my mind you're not a woman that I would want to have around long term, I wouldn't deal with you short term because now it's like how I'm gonna get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you understand what I'm saying?
You
Like
said
I wouldn't even
you
bother.
do not fuck with crazy. That's what you said right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. For me, I just wouldn't bother. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, who
I get
puts a
you saying.
relationship? Who puts a relationship in like I'm only gonna be with you for 6 months and then I'm out? So that's kind of
yeah.
crazy too. Like nobody does that. I mean,
Nah, they do that.
if you want to
I
elaborate, you
think so.
can. But I
Yeah, you know, I
Yeah. I
think a lot
don't.
of people do. I think a lot of people do that. Again, I think a lot of people are um opportunistic, and you know what I'm saying. So they might just be at a point where they need something. You know what I'm saying? Now they need something ASAP or whatever, or they're just like you know, a placeholder. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna rock with you until you know
but
what
you
I'm
don't
saying.
plan
Something
it.
better
You
comes
don't
along.
plan.
And
You
stuff
don't
like that.
plan and
Nah, I
go,
think
I
oh,
people
mean,
be
this is
doing
unless
that.
in
you
6 months.
automatically jumped into the relationship with an agenda.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do jump into you know what I'm saying? They like with an agenda. You know what I'm saying? You could just be a placeholder. Somebody just easing the pain because you just went through a breakup. You know what I mean? So, you know, this person is really just a rebound. You
Yeah,
know what
because
I'm
I see a
saying?
lot of girls, they'll get a guy, while they man in jail. And then as soon as he get out, now she done got rid of him to get back with the man that just got out of jail. So he was just a placeholder,
Right.
for,
And they might not have
a
been
fill
straight up
in.
honest about the situation to say, yo, look, listen, you know, this is my situation. My dude, you know what I'm saying? He down for, you know, the next 8 months. I'm gonna rock with you for these 8 months, but after that, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know me. Don't speak to me.
I don't know
You
you.
know what I'm saying? But
I
I think a
guess
lot of times people are opportunistic, and so they just get into it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that this ain't really gonna last long. You know, oh he got
Mhm.
money, or he a baddie, but you know she ain't really my type. But she like me, so I know I can get this, that, and the third. But I really don't want her. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you know,
I mean, I guess I can understand it, but like I said, if I haven't experienced it, I don't I just don't see it. But I hear what you're saying, like that placeholder, that rebound that but I just don't see like going into a relationship going, I'm gonna just do 6 months with you and then that's gonna be it. But I hear what you're saying.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is what it is, though.
It's problematic. That's what it is.
It's problematic. Yeah, and the thing about it is you never know what the other person's intentions are. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I try to talk to my guys about. Like, listen, man, stop getting like do what it is that you gotta do for you. Move how it is that you gotta move, you know what I'm saying, for you. Because when you put so much of your all and everything, you know what I'm saying, into somebody to the point where that person is basically your purpose, you know what I'm saying? You the reason why, or they're the reason why you waking up in the morning and you're and this and that, and then that person ain't there no more. You be ready to jump off the deep end, you know what I'm saying? You be
But
crashing
I'm
out
just
and all that,
saying,
you know.
just be honest with the person. You know what I'm saying? I believe that if
You can't
you
say that. You can't say just be
know
honest. Listen, no, listen,
why.
listen what I'm saying.
Because if
You
I tell
can
you, it's just like Miss Millie said, yo, the guy is tied down for 8 months or whatever, and you tell somebody, yo, I want to be just 8 months with you because my dude's in wherever. And so, after 8 months, then I'm gonna need you to, skedaddle. You don't think that would work?
I'm gonna tell you why it wouldn't work.
I'm listening.
It sounds good in theory, but we all know everybody's not going to be honest. So at the end of the day, I'm telling people you have to protect yourself. It would be great if everybody was just honest and did the right thing and all of that. But we know that we live in a world that it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So I tell
Yeah.
God, yo, protect yourself from boom. And I let them know what the potential, you know what I'm saying, is that could possibly happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying, yo, don't deal with women because they're liars. You know what I'm saying? Or watch out for women. They're all bad. No, I'm simply saying open your eyes. This could potentially happen. So just prepare yourself for if it does happen. Don't go into something blind. It would be lovely if everybody was just honest and everybody
So
told the
you
truth.
saying
But you
you
can't
saying
live a life like that, in my opinion.
you
You
saying
gotta
proceed with caution?
I'm just saying proceed with an exit plan.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying don't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like be aware that it could happen. Let me break this down to you, right? Insurance, right? We get homeowners insurance, renters insurance, auto insurance. We get insurance on our phones. We get insurance on our electronic products. We get life insurance. Listen, they have life insurance and everybody is guaranteed to die. Guaranteed to die. But guess what they don't have insurance for? They don't have marriage insurance. You know what I'm saying? They don't have breakup insurance. You understand what I'm saying? You're guaranteed. You are guaranteed to die. For as far as I know, we're all guaranteed to pass away at some point in time. Yet they have life insurance. That's a guaranteed payout for the most part, right?
Right.
But they don't have insurance to cover. You know what I'm saying? A marriage when it goes bad. Now, yeah, you can do stuff like do a prenup. You know what I'm saying? You could do a prenup agreement. You can do postnup agreement. You can do all of that stuff. But they don't have insurance where they're going to give you a payout if this thing goes left. You got paperwork saying, this, that, and the third, right? Oh, I'm going to get this, you're going to get that. But there's no policy that is going to pay you a certain amount of money if and when the breakup happens. You know what I'm saying? There's no insurance on that. But there's insurance on your life and you are guaranteed to die. That should be something, y'all. We're gonna open up an insurance company. We're gonna sell
Marriage
Breakup
insurance.
insurance. Breakup insurance. Let's do some breakup insurance.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, you know what I'm saying? Listen, just like when you learn how to drive, what's the first thing they tell you? Oh, you're not driving for yourself, you're driving for others, right? You got to be a defensive driver. You got to watch out for what, you know what I'm saying? The other person, might do. They might not be paying attention. They might not this, that, and the third. And so you just want to protect yourself, right? And so that's what I do. I would never tell somebody, oh, just go out there and everybody's going to follow all of the rules and nobody's going to run a red light and everybody's going to stay in their lane. And nah, you got to protect yourself. So just be aware this is what can happen. And so if it does happen, you have an exit plan, or at least you're aware that, okay, you know what I'm saying? I knew that this could happen. And so it has happened. What am I going to do now? You know what I mean? So just to be like, everybody just tell the truth. That's beautiful. But I don't see it happening.
Okay.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I would love it if it did. I would love it if it did, but I don't know. How's that been working out for you so far?
Yo, it works for me because I love telling the truth.
Okay,
Me
but
too.
what about you being told the truth?
I can handle that. I love it. I prefer it.
So
And
you've
this is
never
the
been
thing
lied
about
to?
me. This is the thing about me. And I tell people, I'm not saying that the initial reaction that I'm not going to be upset, right? But I'd rather be upset now than later, because on top of you not telling me that truth, you have stuck another lie on top of that truth that you should have been telling me. So then you're covering up lie after lie after lie after lie. When, like I said, yes, I may be upset at the initial truth that you're going to give me, but I can handle that truth better. And I know in what direction I'm going if you give me the truth. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm with it.
I'm gonna ask you this again. You've never been lied to?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. So I'm saying that thing that it just tell the truth don't work.
No, just tell the truth don't work for other people. But see, it puts me
It
in
don't work.
good
And what I'm
standing.
saying is it doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen. But
Correct.
but I'm saying that if you be truthful, right? Like I said in the beginning, yes, I may be upset with whatever you tell me, but I can handle that better than you constantly like you're not being honest. And so, and at the end of the day, who are you being dishonest with? Yourself or me?
You.
Not necessarily. Because you're going to eventually tell me. It's going to come out in some way.
I get
So
that.
you might as well just tell me now.
But everybody don't do that.
I got it. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying from my point of view, if you do, for me,
I don't live in an if.
If you tell me the truth, when you tell me the truth, no matter what it is, I can handle that better.
I don't live in an if world.
If when I do get into a bind or whatever, I'm gonna tell you the what I did as well as what. So if somebody, I'm getting into a confrontation or whatever, it may have been my fault, and I'm going to let you know that what my part in it was. I'm not just saying, oh well, they done did XYZ and blah 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 blah. No, you know what I'm saying? Let's say we rob a bank, and you don't get caught, and I get caught. Guess who's going down? Me by myself, because you didn't get caught. You understand what I'm saying? That's just me.
I hear you. But what I'm saying is, this is just my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
When you're out here in the world with other people, now, if you lived in a bubble, that would be great. But guess what? You live out here in a world with people that do not think like you. And so you have to at least be able to protect yourself, you know what I'm saying, from the people that don't think like you. And so when the people that don't think like you come upon you, you understand what I'm saying? You're just in a better situation. You know how many people are better off once they done been through something and realized the truth? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I thought the world was, when I was younger, listen, I thought the world was totally different than what I know the world to be now. I thought people were totally different than what I know people to be now. I am better off now that I'm prepared for the dishonesty, for the disloyalty, the whatever. You understand what I'm saying? I'm better off now than when I thought everything was always going to be all love. Why? Because I wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? So I just think it's better just being prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then, but I get it. Yeah, I wish, it would be great if everybody would just do the right thing. But they ain't going to do the right thing. They ain't going to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want what they want when they want, how they want it. And, you know what I'm saying? We'll do anything to get it. You know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna move on to the next thing, right? What y'all think about this? Right person, wrong time.
Wow.
Is there such a thing? Right person, wrong
Yes.
time.
Yes.
There's such a thing as right person, wrong time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay. Okay. What'd you say, Lot?
No.
Okay. I want to hear y'all. I want to hear each one of y'all points.
Well, I say yes due to the fact that, you and a person can click like really, really well. Like everything about them is great. You know, the bond, the chemistry, the sexual tension, all that is perfect. Ho- But, however, you can't, you can't initiate it because they might be with somebody else. So it's the wrong time. And it might stay the wrong time, depending on their relationship. So that'll be a person that you can never, have. So that's the right person, wrong time.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I mean, it sounds good to me. What you say, Lot?
So to piggyback off what she's saying, so she said it could be the right person at the wrong time, but that person wouldn't be right for you. So the time is not the wrong time. It's just the wrong person, the wrong time. You understand what I'm saying?
It's not the right person because it's the wrong time.
Right.
Look, don't say right. Say correct. You're confusing me
Absolutely.
now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, what you say to that, Miss Millie?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I just don't. I stick to what I said, It's, and I say that from, experience. So
Okay.
yeah, I felt that way, but I've never never crossed the line. So
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. If it's locked, what if this person is just hitting all of the right, just everything is just right.
But if they're
I guess
attached
it's
to
wrong.
someone else, it's the wrong person.
No, it could just be the wrong time because you are attached to someone else. It
No,
doesn't mean
it
you could be with
from
the wrong person. The person that you with could be the wrong person. Oh, okay. All right. No, I might have touched
I
on something right
said,
there.
I said, so she said he can hit all the points, but he's with someone else, right? So
Or
that would
or
be the wrong person for you. If you are
no. That
no, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
I was just I mean
Because
I was just gonna flip it around and just say, okay, it still could be the right person, but they're with somebody else. So it's still the right person, but the wrong time because you know what I'm saying. They're committed to somebody else, and so they're gonna obligate, stay with that commitment that they made to somebody else. But that person that they're with could be the wrong person for them, or you could be the better person for them, but because they're already in something committed, you know what I'm saying. They're gonna
that's
just
still the wrong person for you.
the
That's
wrong
still the wrong person
person.
for yeah, because he's still in what he's in, or vice versa. I'm still in what I'm in. It doesn't matter if that person is wrong for me. That the person that I'm with is wrong for me. I'm still committed in that relationship, or you would be committed in your relationship. So at the same time, I'm still looking at it as you are the wrong person for me. I am the wrong person for you.
So if that person breaks up with the person that they're with, or if you're with somebody, you break up with the person you're with, now they're the right person, or is it just the situation is right now? Like, because they're still the same person, whether
Right.
you're committed to somebody or not, you're still the same person. So how does your
Absolutely.
mhm.
commitment? So how does your commitment change you as a person?
Then you are the right person at the right time. You are no longer committed to that other person.
So your level of commitment to somebody else can make you the wrong person.
Yes.
What you say, Miss Millie?
I stick to what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah. I'm trying to wrap my because I don't think your level of commitment. I get what
Yeah,
you're
I don't
saying.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Elaborate. Elaborate.
Because
Change my mind.
I don't think that your level of commitment to someone else changes who you are, right? It changes your situation, right? But it
Hmm.
doesn't change who you are. So I could be, you know what I'm saying? Or they could be the right person, but just the timing itself is off. But ultimately, they are still the same person. So everything that is right about that person is still right about the person, right? Because you got to separate. Can you separate the person from the commitment, right? Because they're still the same person, whether they're committed to somebody else or not. They're still the same person. So I don't think
They're
it.
the wrong person for you because they are committed to someone else,
No,
is
but
what I'm saying.
maybe it's just the wrong time because they're committed, but they're still the same person.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
I got you. All right, she's
Mm-mm.
standing. Miss
I
Millie,
mean,
she's
because
Standing
I'm
standing on
on
not
business.
understanding why or how do the person's commitment have to do with the person himself or
Right.
herself. Like their commitment to someone else doesn't define who they are as a person.
I hear
Mm,
what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
mm,
And that is why I'm saying that at no given time, outside of that person not having a commitment, would still be the wrong person. If the person is committed to someone else, he is the wrong person and at the wrong time. If he is not committed to anyone, then he is the right person at the right time. I don't think it's a right person, wrong time, or vice versa. I just
o-
don't.
okay, I I get it. I get it. I get it. Um, when in one of the streams, right, we had a whole conversation, right, and you said that you cannot compartmentalize, right?
Absolutely.
So you can't separate the person from the commitment, right? You're looking at everything all intertwined as one, right?
Right.
Is that what it is? So you can't
Absolutely.
separate the okay. Okay, I got it. I understand. Okay, from looking at it from that perspective, I think I understand why, you know what I'm saying? Maybe myself and Miss Millie, because I agree with Miss Millie, right? I think that we can kind of separate, you know what I'm saying? We can put this in that compartment, we can put that over there, we can separate that. And you know what I'm saying? And each one can be separate, even though they're all connected,
Let
you
me
know what I'm
ask this
saying, in some
question.
way, shape, or form, but we can separate one from the other. So I think, me and Miss Millie are in agreement that okay, the person is the person, right? The commitment is something different. I get it. The timing is off, but we can separate the person from the actual commitment.
So let me ask you this question.
Who is this for me or Miss Millie? Please
This
let
for
it be
both of
Miss
y'all.
Millie. All
This
right.
for both of y'all. And you guys are you guys are probably going to answer different because she's going to answer it from a female's perspective, and you're going to answer it from a male's perspective.
All right, we ready.
So my question is, so right person, so wrong time. So you go in there and you mess with him because he's the right person. For you, look, you go in there and you mess with her because she's the right person. Is it the wrong time?
Yeah, it's the wrong time. If
Absolutely. Now I see it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you
yeah,
invaded
I
on
never.
that.
So you just automatic. I didn't say that
No, ain't
something was
nobody
going
messing with
on.
nobody.
Yeah,
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 he
we ain't
didn't
saying
say nothing
nothing is
about
going on.
nobody
You just
messing
No,
with
but
agreed.
nobody.
I'm just asking the question so I could get a better understanding of
Okay,
right person, wrong time. So
okay.
this person was right for you, even though they're in a commitment. Wouldn't that be right person, wrong time?
Yeah, if you said that the way I think you
Okay.
said it, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so are we talking about when it comes with
I'm sorry.
intimacy or are we talking about mentally?
No, I'm just asking so I could get a better understanding. So if I mean, yeah, we could talk about it sexually, right? Intimacy,
Intimate, intimate.
intimacy. We could talk about it like that. I'm just asking so I could get a better
Okay, then
understanding.
okay, that now the intimate part, yeah, that'll be the wrong person, wrong time type thing, due to the fact that because they're in a committed relationship, now you're stepping a little farther by being intimate with them. Because see,
Okay,
with intimacy, there come feelings.
okay,
Feelings
love.
become problems.
Mm,
Now you see how she answered
mm.
versus what you answered.
What you mean? Well, how's our answer different?
Your answer was like it was the right person, but it was the wrong time.
I don't think her answer is any different, other than you throwing in the fact the intimate part. I was speaking just on. I wasn't speaking on anything intimate going on. Just, you know what I'm saying, the person themselves. Now, yeah, if that line is crossed, then okay, that's different. It's still right person, wrong time. You know what I'm saying? It's still right person, wrong time.
But now
And
you
at that
just done
point,
crossed the line that you shouldn't cross.
right, it's still right person, wrong time. You know what I mean? And now it might be wrong person, because if they're gonna violate them, they're gonna violate you. You know what I'm saying? So now,
Wrong
Basically.
and wrong.
now you done wrong. Now you done wrong the right person. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. But as long as you keep the lines clearly defined, and you know what I'm saying, that line isn't crossed. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
Then
and that
you know,
comes there goes the boundaries. That's when boundaries get put up.
right, yeah. So yeah, nah, I still stand on my original answer, right person, wrong time. You know what
Time,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, I still stand on that. You know, even if the line is crossed, it still could be right person, wrong time. But then now you see that this person doesn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, have the integrity that you might want them to have. A lot of people will cross that line, and then when the person that they want is out of the commitment, and now they're free to be together, it ain't gonna work, because in their mind is like, well, you did that to her, you know what I'm saying, or you did
Right,
that to him.
Yeah,
right,
You
so
know what I'm saying? You're
right,
gonna do it to me.
right.
But then again, some people don't think that. Some people just really believe, right? And it could be true. Some people really believe, nah, listen, you know what? You was my soulmate. And so
yeah.
if that person really was my soulmate or whatever, then what happened between us would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they could try to finesse it to make it sound, you know what I'm saying?
To fit what they got going on.
Right, yeah, you know what I mean? But some people will believe it. Like, oh, he would never do that to me. It's just that she wasn't treating him right, and da da da. And that other person could have been treating him, you know what I'm saying, like a king. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or vice versa. You know, that man could have been treating that woman like a queen or whatever. But they're gonna tell you whatever it is they got to tell you, because once the feelings get involved, all logic goes out the door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nah, I believe right person, wrong time. But I do get what you're saying. Like maybe there's a reason that either you in a situation or they're in a situation, so that situation could actually be protecting you from what you think or who you think is the right person. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, there's this phenomenon, the grass looks greener on the other side. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, all you see is the best side of that, you know what I'm saying, that person. And then once you get on the inside and see what it's like on the inside, you're like, oh man, you know what I
That
mean?
grass
Like
is
this ain't what I
prickly.
really
Got
thought it was gonna
cattails
be.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
so yeah. But nah, I think it right person, wrong time is truly a thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what else I think is a thing, right? And this is for any of the guys that are watching this, right? Because we talk about relationships and stuff like that, right? And we talk about vetting women, right? And how to choose a woman and make sure you choose the right woman and all of this stuff, right? People do change. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put this on women. I'm gonna put this on women because women are typically the ones that lead off of their emotion. Although now there's so many men that are just moving off of their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, typically women. So you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you could be with a woman who You know what I'm saying? She's into you, she's feeling you, she's the right woman, and everything is right, right? And then something, in that relationship, just like Miss Millie said, there's something that could be said that totally, you know what I'm saying, like just turns you off. You're not immune to that, guys. If you are a man who's in a long-term relationship with a woman or married to a woman, she's still a woman, whether she's your long-term girlfriend or she is your wife. So her feelings are still the same. If you know what I'm saying, you can say something to her that will just turn her off, right? You know what I'm saying? Like at the drop of a dime. That's just what it is when you're dealing with women. And it's not like that switch turns off when that's your wife or when that's your long-term girlfriend, right? So what I'm really trying to get at is that over long periods of time, people change. You know what I mean? You could be in a relationship with somebody for 5 years, and 3 years in, y'all just bumping heads, right? They call that a rough patch, right? When you just your communication is off, and this is off, and this and that. You don't want to be bothered with them, and this, that, and the third. And then, you know what I'm saying? Over time, things can kind of work themselves out, and then year 4 or whatever, if y'all get through that rough patch, she's right back. You know what I'm saying? Right back in love, like you know what I'm saying? Like nothing happened. Y'all got through that rough patch, whatever it is. She might have been going through something personally in her life, or you know what I'm saying? Something happened on within her family or something. Maybe she had just personal issues going on health wise, or you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. And so the dynamic can be up and down. You know what I mean? So she can be the right person at the right time, and then within that relationship, she can be the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what it is that she's going through mentally and emotionally, and then get through it, and then you know what I'm saying? She's the right person again. And it can happen with guys too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that they're going through individually. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I hear a lot of guys that are like, "Oh, these women this and these women that." Like a woman is not just always going to be the same throughout. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in a long-term relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Oh, we got Pete Skinner in the building. What's good, man? What's going on? So, you know what I mean? You gotta, a lot of guys gotta understand that, because as soon as something go left, it's like, yo, I'm out the door. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be just understanding, but a lot of guys don't really understand women and understand that. So, I just want to throw that out there. Y'all quiet on that. Y'all don't feel that?
I was going to ask a question.
Right.
So do you think things go left with a dude that is not emotionally intelligent? Because we use that word a lot. Where they say females just flip out and then they walk out the door. Do you think is like we could be, like you said, we could be going through something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm out.
Okay, hold on. What's the actual question again?
So do you think that it's the dude is not emotionally intelligent, or he lacks that?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say that. So I think his level of emotional intelligence is gonna be how you handle situations, like for the most part.
Let me say something. So, like you was talking about, like the rough patch, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rough patch, and he says, "Fuck it." Excuse my language. He's like, "Forget it. I'm out the door." Okay. Give me what you got.
It depends on how long he's been putting up with the foolishness.
Okay.
Everybody.
We're always talking about like rough patches. So rough patch is not years and years of shenanigans, right? It's a sweet spot, and it's like probably
No.
I'm not putting a time limit on it, but I'm just saying, like you said, it depends on how long he's been dealing with the foolishness. If the foolishness is going on and on and on and on, and it just continues to happen. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm just asking, if it's going on for a short period of time. So let's just say it's a week. She's acting up for a week and he walks out the door. Do you think is lack thereof?
A lack thereof of emotional intelligence on his part?
Yes.
Nah, I don't have a definite answer for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it depends on what the foolishness is. You understand what I'm saying? So listen. If it's something like blatant disrespect,
Oh no, we're
blatant
not doing
disrespect should never be accepted. You know what I'm saying? So
that. Hmm.
I don't even put no. I wouldn't even tell somebody, right, that's in a long term relationship or in a marriage, right, if they were, I don't know, asking for advice or something like that. I wouldn't even say, man, sit there and accept blatant disrespect, because blatant disrespect is respect that, in my opinion, you have to go out of your way to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to be clear and intentional about the disrespect. So, nah, I wouldn't advocate for anybody to accept any of that foolishness, right? But if you're in a long term relationship, or if you're married, right, and there are things that that what I'm saying, she might be going through. She may have lost a family member, going through some health issues and things like that, and where what I'm saying, she might be dealing with depression. She might be dealing with what do you have women go through? We were just talking about it, like menopause, or you know what I'm saying? Like, she has something going on, then in my opinion, right, as long as the lines of communication are open, then I think there's like a grace, you know what I'm saying? Like a grace period or something like that, because they're going through something. Again, blatant disrespect, nah. But if it's just, yo, she's going through something, you know what I'm saying? Her wires is crossed right now. Again, I'm not saying accept no blatant disrespect, but if that's the person that you said that, yo, we gonna rock out, you know what I'm saying, to for forever, you know what I'm saying? Then I think there should be some grace. Now, I'm not saying it's just, if you get to the point where, listen, man, my boundaries are being crossed, and standards are not being met and things of that nature. I mean, yeah, you got to do what you got to do, But if that's supposed to be your forever person, and you can see that, okay, you know what, yo, she's going through this right here. I know she got a lot of stuff on her mind. She got this, that. Um, yeah. I think there's a certain amount of leeway that you should be able to give, if that's the person that you decided to make that commitment to. That's what you committed to.
Got it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're just emotionally, you lack emotional intelligence, just because you get to the point where, like, I can't do this no more. Nah, everybody has boundaries. you
Well, yeah,
know?
everybody has a breaking point, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like,
everybody
if
has.
there's like you said, if there's a little bit of depression that sets in, if there's change, because it's honestly, I don't think we change, we evolve as people, yes, but I don't think that habits change when it comes to people. I believe that we are creatures of habit. And so I'm just saying, so things arise, we lose our parents, we go into depression, we reach menopause, and in that state, sometimes, the person, whomever you're talking to or whatever, is like, I'm walking out the door, I can't do this, So my question was, is that a lack of, and if it is, how do we repair it? If or is what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just walking out the door, I mean, other than communication and trying to get you to understand something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
but so
nobody's gonna sit up here and just be disrespectful and just take that. No, 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 not for the disrespect.
so here's the thing, right? In order for somebody to be emotionally intelligent, right, they have to be self-aware, right? So I can tell you a little bit about me, right? I'm the type that, listen, you know what? Uh, if something pops off, right, I'm gonna need some time to process this, right? I'm gonna have to run it through my brain 100 different ways, right, to find which is the best outcome. And I'm not able to do that on the spur of the moment. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Because I end up saying something that I can't take back, right? But I'm I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't put me out. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I'm just not that one, right? And so I'm the type that, because I am emotionally intelligent, right? I understand this about myself, and so my emotional intelligence may put me in a situation where I know, okay, listen, I got to step out this room. Give me 30 minutes, give me 40 minutes to where, you know what I'm saying? I can let my
Mhm.
blood pressure go back down, and then I can come back and we can have a conversation about it, or something like that. So, part of being emotionally intelligent doesn't mean that you can just solve every single problem or address every single thing, right then and there. So sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And you have to know the person that you're dealing with. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I've dealt with people that, no, we gonna handle this right now. And I'm like, yo, hold on, give me like 30 minutes, give me an hour. I'm about to go for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Let me calm down
Mhm.
or whatever. And then I come back and we can talk about it. Oh, you just always want to leave every time something happens. Y'all guys ain't no good. Y'all just always want to walk away. And then I sit there. I say, okay, you want to talk about it right now? Come on, let's go. And then she say something, and I clap back. And then it's like, why you gotta be so?
If you would have let me breathe,
Right. I gave you what you
We
need.
could
You
have
know what I'm
avoided
saying?
all of this.
Right.
we could have approached this a different way. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah,
You
I
know
mean
what I'm saying?
that's basically what I was, looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Sometimes we gotta just let y'all know, like, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of women call a lot of guys bluff because a lot of guys ain't going to stand up. So y'all push a dude, push a dude, push a dude. Y'all know he gonna cave and you know what I'm saying? But I'm not that dude. So, you know. Yeah, buddy. But yeah, right person, wrong time. That's the thing. I'm telling you. Telling you. And you could be in a whole relationship with somebody and they're the right person at the right time. And within that relationship, I think they can be the wrong person at the right time. They can even get to is the wrong person at the wrong time. But then, you know what I'm saying? Because people go through things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not always gonna be 100%. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes relationships could bring the worst out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep, they
you
bring
can
the
really
best
learn
out you
something
and the
about
worst.
yeah. Yeah, you can learn a lot about yourself. Just get into a relationship. You'll learn a whole lot about yourself. You know
well,
what I mean?
you will know what your tolerance level is for sure.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I believe right couples that have been married, you know what I'm saying, for like years and years and years, right? They have probably gone through, you know what I'm saying, some ups and downs, and they haven't always been, you know what I'm saying, maybe gung ho about their partner, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes they're like, man, I just wish he would choke on his, I don't know, whatever.
On this chicken bone.
You know what I'm saying?
Wake up and listen to him to make sure, see if he's still breathing. Like, man,
Right,
he's,
right. You know what
he's
I'm
still
saying?
breathing. Shit.
But they said y'all be watching him when he sleep. Y'all be standing over him with a frying pan, like I would not
And
this
maybe he'll pop up
thing
and hit his head on it or
you leave a banana peel like right outside the door. You know what I'm saying? Like
He
if he
like,
just
you dropped
slipped
this right
and
here.
fall,
You was like,
right?
damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? A year later or so, just whatever, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is right back 100% where, you know what I mean? So it just really depends on where your tolerance level is. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with
Right,
that person.
right.
You know what
Everything
I'm
is
saying?
peachy king. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I gotta watch out for banana peels, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have to be, you know what I'm saying, kind of prepared for that up and down. Some people, so here's the thing about relationships, right? Some people can't, let's say on a scale of difficulty, right? You go from 1 being the least difficult to 10 being the most difficult. Some people's tolerance level is only at a 4, right? So you could be with somebody whose tolerance level, you know what I'm saying, is at a 4, but yours may be at a 8, right? So when you dealing with the person, right? Y'all get to a point where it's a level 3, and now they ready to crash out. But because your tolerance level is at a 7 or 8 or whatever it is, it's nothing to you. But to them, it's the whole world is falling apart. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get to that 4 where they crash out, you still calm, cool, calm, and collected. And it's like, yo, really, you crashed out over, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that's what I said about the tolerance.
they've never been past a 4. So now your relationship is over and you still trying to figure out, like, yo, you beefing over that? You know what I'm saying? Like, Like that was nothing. You understand
That
what
was
I'm
their
saying?
threshold, you know.
And
So
so, right, right. You know what I mean? So you gotta like really be like, I got to find somebody that is gonna, for the most part, have the same threshold. You know what I'm saying? That I got.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, and that's what it is. Some people just be with people that they ain't got no threshold. Ain't never been through nothing. Ain't never been through nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the first little thing is like, oh my god, and you like, hey, come on, man, you can't be serious, man. Next month everything will be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just close your eyes, roll over, go to sleep.
Right,
It'll be all
right.
right. You know what I mean? Just go to sleep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You act like the world coming to an end. Now this and that. No, you know what I mean? So it's you just gotta. It just is what it is, man.
Not the cast iron skillet.
But yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you could have two people that's in a relationship, right? And then y'all break up, and you will get two totally different stories, two totally different views of what the relationship was like. You know what I mean? One of them will be
Yeah.
like, "Man, I was good," and the other one will be like, "Oh, it was. Oh my gosh, I wanted to die." You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. Come on, man. But
Or
again, they
even
ain't never
what the
been through
breakup
nothing.
was about, because, like you said, the threshold for one is not the same for the threshold for the other, and you're looking at it like it's no big deal, and they're like, "Shit, I crashed the hell out because she did X, Y, Z."
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird like that. And again, you know what I'm saying? Like equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important that you get somebody that you're equally yoked with, so that you know what I'm saying. Like, look, this is the plan. Just stick to the plan. It's gonna be some bumps in the road. You know what I'm saying? You learn real quick who's trash and who's you know what I'm saying not trash.
hmm
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it's I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
yeah,
It
it
is
is.
what it is. It is what it
Absolutely,
is.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what's up. It's just is wow. Just like you can have two kids or three kids, whatever, a family, and all of the kids grow up in the same household, same mother, same father, and everything, and they'll have three different stories of what life was like growing up in that house.
Absolutely.
And they grew up in the same
Yeah.
house. You're like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
what was you subjected to that I wasn't subjected to? Because we lived in the same house. We all lived under the same conditions, same mother, same father, same house, same school, same everything.
They
You know what I mean?
rules.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Perception.
right, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So,
Perception.
you know, so
Everybody got different personalities. You got to deal with them different. And then, it's crazy. It's crazy. Everybody has a perception of, how they were raised in that house. And it was
right.
all basically the same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is what it is. So let me see what we at. We at like one something, man. Y'all want to hit one more, or we
What
good?
you got?
I don't know. I ain't got nothing. I'm gonna find something though. Y'all know me. I'm gonna find something. All right, let's jump into this one. Right. I think this something out here you threw out there a lot. Age versus experience.
Yeah,
Age versus experience. So let's just start with age. Does age determine experience?
I believe it does.
In certain situations, yeah.
Certain situations.
Yeah.
Break that down, Miss Millie. Break that down.
Well, y'all already know where I'm headed with that one. So,
Yeah, we already
and
know.
so in certain situations, when it comes to, the world and, life lessons, yes. But when it
Yes.
comes to being intimate, no.
Okay, so you saying
Cause
okay, so
because you at a certain age, that don't mean you know what you
okay, all right, I
doing.
got you.
You
Right,
know?
okay. I got
So
you. I got
yeah.
you. Okay. Okay. I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna agree with you on that. What'd you say, Lot?
I'm with it. I think that not so, okay. So when I was saying age, right? Because I'm like, okay, yeah, age determines not in all aspects, right? But age determines like experiences in life, like the experiences, like your experience, the 40 plus years that you lived and what you've done in those 40 plus years, you are able to tell someone or explain to someone in a situation that you were in. You can, I experienced XYZ. I can show you how I did it. You kind of get what I'm saying? So those experiences allow you to teach because you've been through it. So that's what I mean by like age versus experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think by a certain age people should have a certain amount of experience in certain areas?
Um, in
I
life
think
lessons, I mean, like it depends on what you were able to do with what you had. You kind of get what I'm saying? So say like you, like me, okay, I was raised in the hood or whatever, right? And then I'm number 9 of 10 children, right? So they didn't know. Let's just, yes. So let's just put it like, so that there's not enough finances to go on vacations and do all this other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that in that aspect, no, because if you per se you had the finances, you come from a 2-parent household and it's just you and another child, those experiences are different than my experiences. We may be in the same age bracket, but the experiences are different. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So family wise, demographically wise, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I got you. I got you. Do you believe that the your experience in life has an effect on your maturity level? Or do you think someone can just go through a bunch of things in life and still be just immature?
I think it plays a role in it. I mean, it's if you're learning a lesson though. I mean, your experience, your life experience, you're supposed to learn from them. So if you're not learning from these lessons, you know, it's a waste.
Okay. Okay. What would you think would be a reason that someone would not learn from the experiences that they go through? Like, sometimes you see some people just do the same thing over and over and over, and you're looking at them like, you know what I'm saying? At some point, like you got to realize that this ain't
They're
working.
mentally ill.
That's it. They're just mentally ill.
Yeah, because why would you want to keep going through the same thing, thinking you about to learn? Expecting a different outcome. That's a disease. Like,
Mm,
you doing the same thing, but you expecting the outcome of it to change.
yeah, that's insanity, right? That's the
Yeah,
definition of
exactly.
insanity,
it's
right?
just like the person coming in and out of jail just constantly. Like I said, I believe we're uh creatures of habit. And so like she said, we're supposed to learn. Some of us don't. We just do repetitious stuff, you know what I'm saying, with the same outcome. So say like the dude, like I said, in and out of jail. He's in and out of jail because he likes fast money, or we'll use that, right? He likes fast money, but he knows the outcome is going to be, if he gets caught, you know what I'm saying, he's going back to jail. We're just creatures of habit, so we tend to do the same things over and over again. But then at some point you have to mature and go, you know what, I'm gonna rise above my circumstances. I'm not gonna let my circumstances define who I am. So you got to rise above that. That doesn't mean that for me, it doesn't mean that in the when you move out of the hood to the suburbs that the hood's gonna be out of you. You just moved different.
Change your environment.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Okay.
And
So
some
you
of
can
us
take
can't do the changing of the environment. We don't know no better.
okay.
Because some people just get, just become a product of their environment.
Yeah.
So that's all they know. They don't want to know nothing else.
So let me ask you this: how far or how close is one's environment? Right. Let me break it down. If I live in the hood, right? I live in a bad neighborhood. There's nothing but foolishness going on in that neighborhood. But I live in that neighborhood. And I subjected to behave like everyone that's outside of the house that I live in, and then be able to blame that environment. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Or right. So what I heard somebody say, like, you can't move out of, you know what I'm saying, like the neighborhood or whatever. But how much blame do you put on yourself
All of it.
All
for,
of
you
it.
know what I
Because
mean?
you can pick and choose. You can choose how you want to live. You don't have to live like everybody in your neighborhood. You
Okay.
don't have to be out there trying to sell drugs or do whatever, game bang or whatever the case may be. You choose to do that. That was a
Okay.
choice that you made.
Okay. So
So that's
mhm,
just like if you move out the hood.
mhm,
If and you choose to continue to act like you stay in the hood, you still choose to carry yourself as if you a drug dealer or you're a game banger or whatever. That's
right.
something you chose to do
Okay.
because you can stay in the hood and still not be a part of the environment.
Right. Right. So it boils down to like personal accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
people
Yes,
gotta hold themselves accountable.
exactly.
What do you think about people who like who will say, man, you in the hood, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I hear a lot of people just use certain excuses, right? And I can look at them and be like, bro, you had it better than I had, or you know what I'm saying? Like all my life. And if I can realize certain things and I can come out of certain situations, you can too. But then there are a lot of people who are like, nah, we just programmed, you know what I'm saying? Like this, that, and the third. What do y'all think about that? Like, is there any truth to that? Like,
You have to want better. Like I said, you have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get up and move. You have to do something. If you do not, because you could stay comfortable in your environment. This is what you like. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like if you do not like staying in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Um, it's a choice that you make. My thing is, if you want to stay there, that's fine. If you don't, get up and do something about it. You understand what I'm saying? But then you got the ones like you said, they stay. They stay. Or like the rappers, we'll use rappers. Some of them they make all this money and then they stay in that lifestyle. They that's what gets their blood flowing. That they're used to chaos in their life. They don't know what peace is. They don't know how to sit with themselves. They're panicking because it's quiet. There's no noise. There's nothing going on. So you just got to, you got to be responsible and take accountability for the things that you do. If you choose to stay in the hood, that's on you. If you choose to move to the suburbs, that's on you as well. You know what I'm saying?
okay, you think somebody that moves to the suburbs is just automatically they suburb material? You know
No,
what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
no,
you know,
not at all. You just want better.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
want better. You don't want to be looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes, wondering the police finna pull up and take me to jail. You understand what I'm saying?
Or
You
you
just
don't want
want
to have
better.
to. You don't want to be in your home where you're supposed to feel comfortable and have to worry about jumping on the floor because you hear a whole bunch of gunshots.
Right,
You
right.
know.
Right.
It's about being comfortable. Like,
I mean, and this is the thing. So I'm originally from the Bronx. Then when we left the Bronx, we moved to South Central. Moving out of South Central, we moved into Compton. I wasn't able to, because like I said, I come from a big family. You got to go where your money takes you, right? So I wasn't able to move to the suburbs till I became of age. So that's why I'm saying, yo, I understand it. I understand it. But I'm not the type of person that I'm a hood chick, but I don't live the hood lifestyle.
bad and bougie.
You know what I'm saying? You just have to, you just have to want better, do better. You know what I'm saying?
If
I
you knew
was
better,
like,
you'll do better.
right. It's like
Yeah.
I understand. I understand why I'm in this situation. And I think once you as a child understand where you stand and why you're in a situation, you get a little bit older and you're like, yo, my mom had all these kids. She had to take care of all of us. The rent is cheaper in the hood than it is in the suburbs. You understand what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do. But then when you get older and you like, it's time for me to move on. So like I said, she didn't move on until I was able to move on because I'm one of the last. So it's like we all at that time, we're all moving and getting out the hood, but you got to want better. You have to. If you don't, then you're going to stay stuck. No, I know I do not ever want the police running up in my house wondering what the hell going on in this house. That don't have nothing to do with you, but it does happen in the hood.
Yes.
You wrong place, wrong time. How about that?
Yep. There you go.
Wrong person. Wrong person.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You could be at the right place at the wrong time.
I got you.
So it's crazy, Rise above your circumstances. If you got to leave the state completely, then that's what you do, because that's what my mom did. But then what did she do? She took you from the Bronx to the hood. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You just in a different state.
I got you 100%. All right, so to close this out, I got one more thing I'm gonna throw out there. We're gonna get through it real quick, okay? We're gonna talk about relationships and we're gonna talk about outside influences on relationships, right? So, of course, relationships are different now than they were years ago, right? Also, now there's social media, right? The music is totally different. The TV shows are totally different than they were years ago. My question is, how much of an influence do you believe outside is on a relationship?
It depends on how much you let it be.
Okay, expound on that, right?
I mean, because, that's just like when it comes to your first of all, when it comes to this music and stuff, you shouldn't allow somebody music to influence your relationship. I mean, these people getting paid for these words. You're not. And most of the words that they're spitting, they're not even living it. So at the end of the day, why would you be living something somebody else done said and they not living it? And secondly, and when it comes to family, no, family should not have any influence on your relationship.
Really?
No. I say that due to the fact that at the end of the day, you and your spouse, y'all going back and forth. You done went and told your family. They upset with your spouse, but y'all done made up. They mad at your spouse because of what what you said your spouse did or said to you. Now they mad at them, but y'all done made up. Now they looking at your spouse sideways, so that makes your spouse feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
So now your spouse don't even want to be around your family no more.
Okay.
And then you have, at the end of the day, I have the same. Mind the business that pays you because mine ain't hiring.
I like that.
Wait. Yeah, listen, that's a lot. Mind the bit. I gotta Google that. I gotta Google that. Mind the business
that pays you because mine is not hiring.
Okay. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna try to use that. I know I'm gonna mess it up when I repeat it back to somebody, but um, they might if I mess it up and they looking at me like crazy, I'm like, look, go see Miss Millie. All right, she'll break it down. She'll break it down for you. Okay, so let me ask you this, Miss Millie, on that, right? When it comes to the family now, do you think it depends on who in the family you go to? So like let's just say if you're married and you're having a situation in your marriage, right? Do you think that it can be helpful if you were to go to, let's just say, the elders in your family who have been married for ever versus going to, you know what I'm saying, your brother who, ran through a bunch of women and you know what I'm saying, got a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, or
I
maybe
mean, I
the
look at you
ugly
can
aunties and
always
stuff like that.
I look at you can always get advice, but when it comes to having letting someone have an opinion on your marriage, that's a different situation. You know, so if you want advice, yeah, I go to the elders in the family that have been married for 30 years and their husband or spouse probably done passed away and they ain't got remarried no more. I go ask them, but but that's only for their advice. But for you to come and just start throwing out your opinion because you done heard something, that's a different situation. That's minding my business. And again, I'm not hiring. So if I don't come at you anything, that's just like that, like that saying that off of P Valley, Uncle Clifton. Don't come for me unless I send for you. So
Okay.
if I didn't send for you in your information, I don't need you to bring it to me, especially when it's pertaining to my business.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Miss Lucky Charm says, unless it's a super trusted advisor that is going to be impartial. Okay, I got that. Miss Millie, listen, let me ask you this. What if sometimes do you believe that sometimes we can be our own worst enemy and not
Oh, of
realize like
course.
sometimes we'll be like, I don't need nobody. I don't worry, I got this. But really we don't got it. And so
Yeah.
maybe somebody who is more experienced been like, listen, I've been where you are. I thought I had it too. Just you know what I'm saying? And they kind of put, you know what I'm saying, themselves in the business, but trying to guide you, almost like how a parent may guide a child. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you hear parents tell their children, listen, I've been your age, you've never been mine, or I've been where
Yeah.
you are, you've never been where I am. So just listen to what I'm telling you because I have more knowledge
That's
than you.
totally
You know what
different.
I'm saying? Okay.
They they add they
So
add benefit. They trying to help you. They're not just in
okay.
your business just because or trying to get gossip.
Okay. I got you.
They're not just minding your business. They actually trying to improve it, make it better.
Okay. I got you. What up, Lot? You kind of quiet over there. You all
I'm
right?
listening. I'm listening.
Okay.
But I mean, everybody has an opinion, right? So at the end of the day, I'm like, mm, I don't. I'll go to. It's not necessarily the elders, right? And sometimes, I understand what she's saying about, don't tell them what you don't want them to come back on you, because that's what they do. They didn't forget what you told them about your spouse. So a lot of times, yes, you are your worst enemy because you decided to give them that information and they
Mm.
ran with it. But sometimes it's like you just want to let off steam. You know what I'm saying? And they got something to say about it. I'm just letting off steam. I don't want you to I don't want no advice from you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like the thing that, I've been your age. I mean, I've been your age, but you haven't been mine. Guess what? But my situation is different, right? Because we're two different people. So I don't want you to come and tell me what your experience was with a situation that has no relevance to the situation that I'm in right now. You understand what I'm saying? They think they know better because they're older. That's a
Mm-hmm.
thing that I don't like. So I asked I'll ask people, do you think that because that person is 80 years old and you are a certain age? Now, I'm not saying the lack thereof respect, because you need to respect, right? But I'm just saying, do you think that somebody that's 80 years old gets to say whatever they want to say and there's no consequences? There shouldn't be any consequences, but do you think they get to say whatever they want and there's no consequences just because they're 80?
What type of consequence? Like, I'm just curious to know because we just had a whole conversation about the fight with dad and mom and all of that.
Right.
So,
Right. No, I'm just saying.
it depends on.
I'm not saying that you gotta put hands on them or nothing like
Right,
that.
right.
I'm just
I got
saying
you.
that if we're simply having a conversation and you're the 80-year-old grandma, or you know what I'm saying, that likes to just be talking off the
Nah,
dome and saying
80-year-old
stuff like
grandma.
that,
80-year-old
know,
grandma get to say whatever she want to say. I can't
yeah,
wait till I
and
get that old that I can just say whatever I want to say, and I
yeah,
dare
but then
somebody to say something.
so do you think there's no consequences? Do you think that you should not, just because now you're 60, she's 80, and so she's like, respect your elders, but you didn't just cuss me out, and
That's
so
okay.
you're saying I can't
They
say nothing?
old. Old people get away with everything.
Okay.
I'm listen.
No, cause see, I had to learn working in a retirement home. I had to learn. It's not what you say; it's how you say it to them.
To
Cause
old
cause
people.
they can be very rude. I done been called some things. Okay.
Listen.
I'm not saying that you have to be disrespectful to them, but I'm just saying you could check them back. But see,
exactly. You can
right, you
check
don't
them
have to
without being disrespectful. You
right,
could be nice, nasty, without being disrespectful.
right. But that's what I'm saying. Those are the consequences. For every action, there's a reaction. So just because you're 80, I'm 60 something, and you're telling me, oh, respect your elders, but you just cuss me out for no reason.
They got the right to. They got the right. They old.
No, respect is earned, not given.
They don't know no better. They don't know no better. Listen.
Yes,
Y'all
they
get
do.
little
They know just right.
They don't. They old. Their body is not working the same. They brain.
That's what they got to do, because they can't hold their bowels. That don't mean they can't hold their tongue.
I ain't talking about their body. I'm talking about their brain. I'm talking about their mind, the functions of their mind, dementia.
Now that's different. That's different.
Stuff like that. But I'm just saying, all of that stuff comes up. Listen,
but all elderly people don't have dementia.
They ain't got much time left. Let them.
Yeah, what they got to do with the Constantine in China?
Let them get it. Let them listen. I can't wait till I get up there. I'ma just say anything that come, no filter at all.
But this is the thing. I'm not there, and I don't have a filter now, right? So I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I'm not being disrespectful to you. You are being disrespectful to me, right? So I'm saying the moment that they say what they say to me, and I say whatever I say to them, because like I said, for every action there's a reaction. If somebody punch you, you're gonna punch them back, because that's an action. They didn't hit you, so your reflex was to strike back, right? So that's the same thing kind of with your tongue. I understand we're supposed to control it, but they're not controlling what they're saying. So here you are, the 80-year-old, you're 60, they're saying whatever the hell they want to say, and you say something to them. Now I'm saying you're not being blatantly disrespectful. You're not. But you're saying what is on your heart. So my thing is, I'm telling you something, and we're going back and forth, and I'm telling you. So you walk in and you start listening to a conversation that you were no part of, Miss 80-year-old, and you come in and you say something. Guess what? I'm going to let you know, just like I would let the 60-year-old know and the 40-year-old know, that this wasn't even your place to even say anything. Why are you sticking your nose somewhere where it don't belong? I didn't ask for your advice. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, no, it's like asking, no, that ain't no damn abuse. Abuse is what she's doing to me.
After a certain age, that's it. They get a pass.
No, because at that point, now because you're using your age to be a bully. Right? What? Like, come on now. No, that's not fair. How you gonna use your age to bully me?
listen.
And then try to make me feel guilty for defending myself. No,
Listen,
no, we're not.
though.
No, we're not gonna do
Listen,
that.
you have to you believe that you have to defend yourself against an 80-year-old person. Come
Not
on, now they
everything.
80.
Everything
They
does
don't
not
have
need
a
a
filter.
response.
It just they don't have that part of the brain anymore where it didn't all wore out. The
Stop
filter
that.
has worn
Stop
out.
that.
They just say what they
Stop that.
say.
That's
There's
an
some
You gotta keep the
80-year-olds
excuse.
old
that are
people.
more sharper than we are at the age that we are right now. Don't do that. Some of them do
Yes.
have dementia. Some of them are sick. Those are the ones that get a pass. But your sane ass 80-year-old talking that crazy stuff, you understand what I'm saying? Come bop you upside the head or just being disrespectful or just I just don't get it. Age does not get a pass, my love.
Age doesn't get a pass.
Illness might get a pass. Might.
Okay.
You know,
That's a big
part of
might.
your brain being gone might get a pass. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like I said, nobody's really going to be disrespectful to a person of that age. But you are going to respond to them in a fashion that they may deem disrespectful because they feel like you're younger than them. So they'll go, you need to respect your elders. Well, you wasn't respecting me as a person when you said what you said. So for what you say, I responded.
And see, and a lot of them that age feel like because you responded, period,
That's
is
what I'm saying.
disrespectful.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because you said anything back, it was disrespectful. You could say it back sweetly, but because you
Respect
because
your
you
elders.
opened your mouth, period, you were being disrespectful.
Right.
Listen, once they turn 80, you
No.
gotta hit the mute button. That's it.
No.
You hit
No,
mute.
no, no,
Don't
no,
say
no,
nothing. Just
no,
let
no,
them
no,
say what they
no,
gotta say.
no.
They old.
I totally
No.
disagree with that.
No.
They old. You gotta let them live.
I ain't
They
gonna
ain't
put
got much
hands on
time left.
you since I can't put hands on you, and I won't because I respect my elders. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
Okay,
I'm just gonna express to you
how I feel.
how I feel about what you said.
Yeah,
Especially like, it just
because I ain't
they
about to
nosy as
square up with
hell.
nobody, mama or grandma. I ain't about to do that.
They nosy as hell because they ain't got no life. So they want to be in what we
Exactly.
talking about. You sitting at the table. I'm talking to so and so, and here they come dragging their feet. You already hear them coming because they got on their slippers, and you hear that. Shh, shh, shh. You know they coming. So you.
Hold up. What it sound like? What it
They
sound
go.
like when they coming?
Shh, shh, shh. You know.
You know,
That's
that
them-
slide
that's
across that
them
hill,
slippers.
slide across the floor.
So you being respectful, but they got something to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I was your age once before, but my problem ain't the same problem you had, because you're not dealing with the same person,
Man, y'all gotta
and
get out
ain't
your
no two
feelings,
problems the same.
Yeah.
y'all gotta get out your feelings. Y'all leave grandma and grandpa alone. Let them say what they're gonna say. They earned it.
They
They earned it.
earned it just like
They
I
earned
earned the
it.
right to say what I was gonna say back.
Nah. You can't do that. But listen. We're gonna get back on track, right? So we talk about like social media and music, right? So and the influence on the relationships, right? So now I get it, right? You saying that you shouldn't allow social media and outside stuff to influence your relationship. But let's just be honest, right? If we look at today's times and the relationships, and social media and stuff like that versus yesteryear's times, totally different. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the music.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody really talking about, relationships, and it's all about, I do it myself. And if you ain't got this, I want to be with you and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think that plays a role. I get it. You should keep it out. I understand that, right? But like, especially the younger generation, they're growing up in this. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's
and that's
all
why
they
they
know.
still,
So
and
they
that's
hear the
why
music.
everybody's still hollering about they looking for a good man.
Well,
Because they looking for that man that they talking about on these songs that don't exist.
right.
Because even they don't have a good man. That's why they singing about it.
Music has always been an influence on relationships back then and even now, because back then
Yes.
we were singing about love, and that's why we got parents with
Love and
Freakily
happiness.
dropping it like it's hot.
right. Back then, that's why we have people that have so many children because they was talking about making love and doing this and doing that, right? So it had some type of influence on the relationships as well. At some, you know what I'm saying? And today's music is get the bag, get the money, he ain't shit, blase, blase, right? And so
Hit
that's
it and quit it.
yeah, and so I believe yes, it does have an influence
Strokey.
on.
Okay.
He ain't
Don't
got
eat
no
them
money. He
groceries.
ain't, you know what I'm
Eating
saying?
groceries now,
Uh,
got all kind of stuff going on. Just
Yeah, it's not
everything
so
uh,
in the
much
music.
about it's not so much about love anymore. It's hit it and quit it. Get the
Yeah.
bag. Get the bag. If he ain't got no money, don't be bothered with him. If he ain't driving this kind of car, don't be bothered with him. If he ain't doing this, don't be bothered with him.
Fall in love with him if he got the money. And if he don't, leave his ass on the street.
Right, right. So yeah,
so
it
so
does.
all right, so let me ask you this, right? If there was a way, right, that we could remove all of the TV shows that promote, you know what I'm saying, whatever it's promoting, right? The music and all of that, right? We go back to,
Mhm.
like, let's just say back in the days with the I don't know, the Luther Vandross, the Al Green, whatever. Everybody was just in love and relationships and break up to make up. Like that used to be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we break up. Okay, we
You
made
can
up.
throw a
Now
little
don't
R.
nobody
Kelly in
spin the
there.
block.
He had a
Huh?
lot to do with them 90s babies.
Yeah. But I mean, if we went back to, like, let's say that type of music, the TV programs where it was all about family and all of that, that kind of stuff.
A
Yeah.
simpler
Do
time.
you think
Yeah,
that
that's a good time.
do you think that if all of that stuff was promoted, do you think that slowly over time, let's just say for the next 200 years, that's the only thing that was being put out? Do you think that that's something that could change people's thought processes, like, on relationships, and it could actually, like, go back to, you know what I'm saying,
I think
being
it'll be a lot more calmer because the music is getting more and more aggressive. So therefore, the generation is getting more and more aggressive.
mm,
It's I believe it's when you unconsciously are programming your brain by listening
Hmm.
to it.
Yes, yes, I
Like
agree.
they're doing it because you're singing this over and over and over and over and over and over again,
It's like
right?
chanting.
Yeah, it is. It's so like back in the day, like I was saying, it was love music, it was this, it was that, and that's what you brought because that's how you felt. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You're singing it. You're embedding this into your brain, and so today, the music is what it is, and that's how the lifestyle is. You kind of get what I'm saying. So if I think yes, if we were to go back to simpler times, where all of this, it's not the aggressiveness of the world. I think
mhm,
it would change. I really think it would. But that's
mm,
where it was. So remember Saturday mornings where your mom used to wake you up and she cleaning the house, she wake you up.
mhm,
By the time she wakes you up, she already in a good mood
mhm,
and she's waking you up. You're getting up to this music as well. And this music is embedded in your head.
mhm,
You kind of get what I'm saying? And then you have these kids now so my children who listen to that music, but
Mine
then
too.
right. So then because I've embedded it into their head, so now my daughter needs to embed that into her kid's head. But along with that, we got this other stuff that clouds out what I've embedded or tried to embed and down the generations to, you know what I'm saying? So she can have this type of music, so she can have this going on in her head. But you got so much ruckus going on, you know what I'm saying, with the sex, the music, getting the bag. You understand what I'm saying? The reality TV that they're fighting on TV. You know what I'm saying? The internet is so available where we had it was censored. It's not so censored now. You know what I'm saying? They're able to see everything. They're able to hear everything where it was just a different time. We weren't innocent, like people say. We weren't innocent. Once we were born in this world with our eyes closed, and now every child that you see is born, they got their eyes wide open. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the world. So it's just a different time. And I just think that even if we were to raise our kids the way we were raised, I think it would be a better day, a better time.
Mm.
And I agree. I totally agree with Locke.
Okay, Lot. Okay, Lot.
We can't even we
Okay.
can't even discipline our kids the way that we were
Right.
disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can, but then there's consequences for the parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now they want to take you to jail.
Right. So there's consequences. So the child with the child is no longer. I don't know if I feared my mom or if if I know I respected her completely, right? But because you were afraid of what the consequences were going to be, I think we didn't get into the stuff that these kids get into now. You know what I'm saying? I was no innocent child. I used to do shit too. I have my share of bad behavior, right? But these kids, like I said, they'll tell their mom F you and act up and do all kind of stuff, be putting their hands on her. And then, when she get ready to put her hands on him or the child, it's like, now we're going to take you to jail. You didn't see that child beat me up or talking about they don't want to go home with me or they want to do this or they want to do that. You didn't see none of that?
No, and then they'll tell you they nothing that they can do about that. They're your child. They're minor.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, yeah. And that's good that y'all said that, because that there, I didn't even think about that. But that there is again another outside influence. You know what I'm saying? To where, man, parents got it rough. You know what I'm saying? To try
They
to,
do.
you know what I'm saying? I just, the outside influences, and you could do the best that you can do, right, inside the home. But once that kid is out those doors or has access to what's out those doors, right, via social media and stuff like that, it's just like you just got to cross your fingers and hope that, you know what I mean, you instilled enough goodness in them
Right.
that
Uh-huh.
they can at least, you know what I'm saying, be selective or recognize, you know what I'm saying, good from bad. And I mean, everybody, like Locke said, she was into some stuff, I was into some stuff, everybody was. But at the end of the day, I knew what I could and could not get away with. I think the question was asked about when you was growing up, did you fear your parents or did you love? It was all fear for me. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I did that I knew I could get in trouble for, I had to sit there and weigh the pros and the cons,
Was it
and
worth
what the
it? Right.
consequences were going to
Right.
be. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because even if I was doing something that I knew I could get in trouble, like with the law, right? So back in the day, Halloween, right? We used to throw eggs, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
at cars
that's
and
New
stuff
York.
like
That's New
that,
York.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, I wasn't really worried about if the if I got arrested, or you know what I'm saying, if I got caught like that. I was worried about my pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, what am I gonna have to deal with him? You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I had that fear in me of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew how much of what they say, the envelope that I could push. I knew how
Right.
much I could push.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? There was never a point where, you know, oh, I'm gonna pick up the phone and call, such and such. And nah.
CPS.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
none of that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I say. Like, yeah, they used to put the hammer down on us, and this is the thing. I'm as an adult, I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that, for the discipline. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. Now, did I feel at that time the punishment was like the punishment fit the crime? I was like, hell no, because you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a beat down in my damn life. But I was having fun when I was doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing, right? So, like you said, you got to weigh the pros and cons. Was it fun? Was it a good time? Did I have fun doing it? Absolutely.
And
But
and
and kind of knowing what the consequences were. I knew what the consequences were going to be if I got caught.
and you know what was funny, right? When I used to get in trouble, right, it would be all of us that got in trouble. So even getting in trouble was like, it was kind of fun because you standing there, like, y'all getting beat in a circle, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you laughing at, you know what I'm saying? But you knew your turn was coming. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how I used to do
So,
my children.
Yeah,
The
you know what
hands
I'm
of
saying?
one is the hands of all.
Yeah. See, it was cool for me because you know what I'm saying. I didn't grow up with like brothers and sisters, like, but it would be like just the neighborhood kids, right? And then you know what I'm saying. Like back in them days, the whole neighborhood would come out and beat you. It wasn't
Right,
even a problem
right,
Yeah.
if Miss
right,
Johnson down the street put hands on you. You know what I mean? So we
right.
would just all right there, just be, you know what I'm saying. And then the next day we just be laughing like, yo, you should have saw your
Yo,
face when your mom's put that fire on you, man. Yo, be quiet.
yo,
You know what I'm saying?
this is funny that you that you say, because I can remember a time. So what my mom used to do, my mom used to work, and then she we'd be in trouble, whatever. And so she would come home from work, she'd take her shower, go take a nap, then whoop her ass. And in between that, that's real. And so in between, and she had long nails, and she'd be like, "Don't make me chase you. Don't break a nail. Don't do this. Don't do that." But in between that, my youngest brother, this was so funny. So he knew he was finna get the dust beat off of him. So he used to he used to do karate or whatever. And so the protective gear that that you put on. And then the other brother, one of my other brothers used to box. So he had on all this gear or whatever. So she's like, "Oh no, stripped down to nothing." I was like, "Oh Lord." So, but that's what I'm saying. He like he knew what he was doing was wrong, but as you get older, yes, you are grateful for those beatings. I know I am. You know
I know
what
I am.
I'm saying?
Listen, I ain't grateful. I mean, they worked. I am I supposed to be grateful because they worked?
No, I
I'm not
mean, no,
grateful
it's
at
not
all.
that I'm
I
grateful,
mean,
I'm
right?
good.
Is I could be doing some craziness. I could be like these kids are right now.
right? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
direction, correction, direction, correction. Those were good things. You know what
I
I'm saying?
could.
But this
Good. I
gentle
could.
parenting thing that they got going on, that shit don't work.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit does
Not at
not
all.
work at all.
Yeah. Nah. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. It just is what it is. But yeah, outside influences, man, they have such a huge influence. You know what I'm saying? On relationships and stuff like that. I think that's why a lot of times you hear, people say, yo, if you're married, you know what I'm saying? You kind of mingle and you know what I'm saying, kind of deal with married people versus you know what I'm saying, single. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that's accurate or do you think it's more about just the mindset of
The end.
the individuals as
I think
opposed
it's
to
more of the mindset of the individual because you could be friends with somebody for years. This is your best friend, and you decide you're going to get married. You're going to stop talking to your best friend because they're not married yet.
no, I don't think so. But
But you know your place as a married person to not indulge in the same things that they indulge in.
mm, okay. Okay, I got you. So then, in a sense, right? If your friend or your friends are single, right, and they do stuff. Let me ask you this: do you think there are single activities and then, like married activities, to where you don't necessarily have to cut them off as a friend, but for the most part, they're doing things that single women would do, and so you kind of have to distance yourself from the activities that they do? Or do you think it doesn't even matter? Like whether I'm married or single, I can still do everything that single women are doing as long as I'm not entertaining men. It should be okay.
I think that you should be able to be yourself.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you can be an individual in your marriage. I think that you can do the things. Yeah, I mean, you respect your partner. I believe that in a marriage, um, the thing that would stop you from doing the things. So if you do not want your spouse to do it, then you don't do it. You understand what I'm saying by that?
Yeah, I got you.
Yes. And so it's all about what y'all tolerate from each other, because what works for you, what works for your marriage might not work for the next person marriage.
Right. Right. I got
So, you might allow your wife to go out every weekend, with her single friends, just because she's not going to do anything. But that don't mean the next man going to allow his wife or want his wife to go out with her single friends every weekend.
you. Is that an indication? So for the guy that doesn't want his lady going out and doing stuff like with her single friends and stuff, is that an indication as to how he views his wife, or is it an indication as to how he views his wife's friends? Like, what is that an
It
indication
could
of?
be that he just don't feel comfortable. You know,
What would make him? What
it
would make him uncomfortable?
like you say, he might not view his wife friends as true friends. Like, he might feel like they're gonna try to set her up with somebody or encourage her to, you know, fool around with somebody else. It all depends on the relationship he has with her and whatever she done said to him about her friends. Because a lot of opinions from guys when it comes to a woman's friend is what them been said. Because if they don't know them, they can't. I mean, what type of opinion can they have on them? Because they don't know them, so they can only go by what you said about your friend. So if you're telling your spouse, oh yeah, she messed with this guy, and then she turned around and she got this guy, and he listening like, dang, she changing guys like she changing underwears. I don't want you around that right there. That make me feel uncomfortable.
Mm. Should that make him feel uncomfortable because of the things that are taking place,
No,
or
because
would it?
she's single and she's doing single things, and he might feel as if, like, why would you want to be around that type of behavior when you're married?
But would do you think it would make him feel comfortable that he was transparent enough to at least come to him and say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look, this is what da 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 da. Would that make him feel, you know what I'm saying, a little more comfortable that, well, hey, those
You
are her
would think
friends.
so.
You know what I'm saying?
You would think so, but nowadays the way men operate,
Oh,
no,
whoa,
that just
whoa,
brings out
whoa,
insecurities.
whoa, whoa, whoa. What you mean how men
Okay, not
operate?
all men. Let me rephrase that. Not all men. Some men, the way some men operate, they might not think of it as a good thing. They might,
Right, right,
they might take it and run with it.
right, right.
Have their own perception of it.
Right, right. I mean, because at the end of the day, a man is going to try to protect, you know what I'm saying, from his woman being in certain situations, right? And he could be looking at it from a safety perspective. Well, if she's out entertaining this, that, and the third, it could be a situation where my old lady is there, my wife is there, my girl is there, and then now a situation went left. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know what I'm saying, how her friends are acting, and now I got to jump in and protect. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
You know what I'm saying, man.
some of the stuff I agree. Some of that stuff I don't agree, because that's that birds of a feather flock together. And my thing is, that's not true. We're all individuals. At the end of the day, if she's married, and she's going out with her single friends, and her single friends are doing a whole bunch of XYZs, because that's just who they are or whatever. It's up to the individual to dictate. They're not going to do what their friend does. You can't influence me. Some people are easily influenced, I get that, but you can't influence me to do what I don't want to do. You kind of get what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So yeah, I don't care if you are married, single. You can't stop nobody from doing nothing they want to do at the end of the day. And I don't think it's a controlling thing or a protection thing or anything of that nature. I just believe it's up to the individual to hope and trust that the person is going to your spouse is going to do the right thing, whether she be around you or not be around you, whom she's around. Because at the end of the day, it's not if she's around her friends, she's gonna, because they're doing single things or whatever. Because I mean, who they owe the obligation to? Who, they don't owe it to him. They don't, she doesn't owe. She's the one that owes the what you call it to him, not them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if she's gonna cheat, she's gonna cheat. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree.
So
you don't.
That's why I say a lot of men don't look at it like that. They're gonna run with it. You being honest with them, but they're gonna run with it. So now they're gonna reflect that behavior onto you because they feel like, okay, well, you around it, so you're gonna do it too.
Right. And that's why I say that when they say birds of a feather flock together,
that's not true.
That's not a true statement, because we all are individuals in this group.
Exactly.
And no one, like I said, should be able to influence anyone's decision at the end of the day to pull their clothes off and get in that bed with that other person. That's your choice. That's a decision that you have to live with. Now, I don't pick and choose people to be in my circle if they're married or not married, because at one point I was married and at this point I'm not married, right?
Yeah.
So you just, I mean, it is what it is. You're married at one point, you're not married, you've never been married, you're one person who just likes to be solo dolo and you like to date this man and that man. And then it's up to the person who's married to if you kind of have an idea, if the person that you're married to, they take shit and they run with it, then it's up to you to not be giving them all that information about what your friend is doing. And you shouldn't be talking about your friend to your husband anyway. That's none of his business. That's her business. And if that's what she wants to do, then so be it.
Yeah. And I agree.
Are you telling him because that's what you want to do? You want to be on a solo dolo too?
Yeah. I agree with you.
Do you believe people's behavior changes based on whether they're single or they're married?
No.
Okay. So who you are,
because you're going to be who you are.
Right. Okay, it's character, right?
Yeah.
It's your character, whether you single, whether you married, your character is whatever it is. Okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah, outside influences, just it's just crazy. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people move more based on outside influences than how they actually want to move sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people will move based on, well, if I do this, what they gonna think? You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't do that, what they gonna think? You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to, when guys be asking me advice and they, oh man, well, such and such said this and such said that. Okay, but listen, if that ain't you, why you following that advice? Well, I don't want to look like, you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. You got to be you at the end of the day.
Right. You gotta live with whatever consequences, whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you sitting up here having a conversation with your spouse about your girlfriend, why are you, like I said, what is it his business what she's doing? It's not nobody's business. She did it in front of you. So it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, let me say this. They were friends prior to you and her getting married. What was she doing out there with her friends?
Got you. Yeah, Shaka 337. Yeah, outside influences can be a lot to women, to be honest. We got to base more on biology sometimes. It's all
shaka with this women shit. You need to cut that word out of your vocabulary.
I'm starting to think that he having some women problems.
Right.
Hold on. What? Okay, so hold on. Let's break this down. What's wrong with this? Do you think there's something wrong with this
I'm
comment
not.
right here?
Look, every statement Shaka makes is about women. It never just
Okay,
a
but we
general.
talking about relationships. So if you're in a relationship with a
When we're not
woman,
talking about
that,
relationships, Shaka is talking about women.
nah, that's not. No, it's not.
Okay, we're
You
gonna
think
go
so?
back
I don't
in
know.
the
I don't know.
we're gonna go back in the
Listen,
archives.
y'all are women, so y'all are gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see it from a different perspective, but y'all gonna see it a way that I don't see it. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, so let me ask you this: is there an issue with this statement? Right? We're gonna break it down sentence by sentence. Right? You say, yeah, outside influences can be a lot to women. Do you agree or disagree with that? Do you believe that women are more easily influenced by, let's just say, their friends or social media and things like that than men
No,
are?
I
no.
no, I can't speak on all women. I can only speak on myself, and no, not me, because that's their opinion.
It's up to each
And
individual to be influenced.
yeah, and I don't care when it comes to my relationship or whatever I got going on. It's nobody's opinion or business. So I don't care how they feel about it because it's my life. And if you're not provide me the three F's, your opinion really don't matter.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you this. What about the younger generation, the younger women? Do you believe that the younger women, or take it a step further, when you were younger, do you believe that it was easier for you to be influenced by your friends and stuff like that, right? Because as we get older and we going through some things, right, we mature, right? So do you think as a younger woman that it's easier to be influenced than for a younger man?
No,
No.
Okay.
I think peer pressure is what it is. Either you're pressured or you're not pressured,
Yeah.
and either. And I think that if you were not pressured in your younger stage, you cannot be pressured in your adult stages either. Influence is influence, whether it be young, older. No, I think that you have been yourself the whole time. You cannot pressure me into doing something that I don't want to
They
do.
do, yes. And as a teenager, if you're allowing someone to pressure you into doing something as an adult, you're gonna do the same.
See what I'm saying? What did I
Oh,
say?
see,
What did I say? Yeah, what did I say?
see, that's that
We're
right there is
only
not a true statement. Women are
listen,
not followers. All
listen.
women are not followers, but men
Listen,
are followers.
we only follow good
Okay,
leaders. We
okay,
don't
hold on.
follow
Hold
everybody.
on. All right.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. Check it out. All right, check it out. We still gonna break down we still gonna break down this first comment and then we're gonna get into the other ones if y'all got time, right? Okay, so y'all don't believe that. Okay, as a man, right? I'm going to agree, right? But again, it's based on my experience dealing, you know what I'm saying, with women. It's just based on my experience. I agree. And I'm gonna expound on it a little bit, right? For the most part, women outnumber men, right? And so there are more women in women's ears, right? If you also take a look, women are the biggest consumers, right? If you also take a look, typically women lead with their emotions. If you take those three things and put it together, just from my standpoint, I see it the same way. I could be wrong. I'm just saying from the standpoint, you know what I'm saying, in which I see it, my experience in life. That's just that's how I see it. You know what I mean? I think you see more women following women when it comes to trends on social media. Every time they got a trend, it's always the women following behind what the other women are doing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to women getting all this the beauty stuff, oh, this one get a BBL, that one gonna get a BBL. Not everybody. It's, you know what I'm saying? So
But
Just
this
I
is
mean,
the
from
thing.
my
if
They're
that's
not.
the
standpoint.
case, that
They're,
means
Hold
they're
men
on,
not.
do the same thing, though.
Right.
hold
Right.
That
on.
They're
means
not.
men
Hold,
do
They're
the
not.
same thing.
You're
can
not.
I
Because
You
can I
look,
should
when
finish?
not
when these
a
Hold up.
rappers
man
come out
following
with
a
stuff,
woman. You should
Hold
not
on.
have. You should not
Hold
have
on.
a man
I'm not
following
finished
a
talking
woman's
though.
trends.
I'm not finished talking.
Although, no,
I'm not finished talking.
although you have more men
Yo, y'all
following women.
bugging. Miss Millie.
yes.
Okay. I just y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? She gotta let me see if she calm down. Hold on. She probably still going. Lot, hold on. You gotta chill out. All right.
Yo,
Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all chance to rebuttal. It's cool.
come on, give me what
All
you got.
right. I'm just saying from my standpoint. Now, y'all can give it to me from your standpoint, and that's fine. I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna let y'all talk. All right. That's cool.
Okay,
Okay. Who gonna go first?
Miss
Not
Millie,
nobody
go
don't want to
ahead.
talk. Who Miss Millie going first?
Okay, she not gonna say nothing. I got
Oh,
Nah,
something to
she on
say.
mute.
oh,
She's
my
on mute.
bad. I had you on
She's on
mute.
mute.
My
Okay,
bad.
go ahead. Go
All right, go
ahead.
ahead, Miss
Okay,
Millie.
well, I feel at the end of the day, men follow more trends than women do. The only thing that women do is like when it comes to appearance. Men, on the other hand, y'all follow men follow the women trends, the men trends, whatever trend that's out. The rappers trends, they want to be like the rappers. They want to be like the dope boys. The men want to be like everybody. You know. So at the end of the day, men allow more outside influence to than women do.
I still don't see. Okay, let me ask you this. On social media, who's doing all of the trends? Men or women? Like for the most part. For the
Men,
most part. Men?
yes, I see more men doing trends,
Like
doing.
what? Like what? Give me an example.
You see more men. First of all, with this twerking thing, you see a lot of men twerking now
You see men
because it's a
twerking.
trend. You
Men
know,
twerking is a trend.
uh, it's
No, I'm
all
just
up.
asking. I don't have none of that coming through on my algorithm. So I'm just matter of fact, let me not even say that out loud because my phone is probably listening. And then as soon as I go on social media, the first thing that's gonna pop up is, you know what I'm saying? I never seen.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of men I mean, who more in tune with the rappers' fashions. They rather spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes and catch the bus than to buy them a car and just get an outfit from City Trend or Walmart or something that they can actually afford.
And you don't see women doing that.
No, women do that, but they have men buy it for them. Men, and they know they
But
can't
that's the
afford it.
trend, though. But that's the trend. The trend
but
is,
but
ladies,
they're
we gonna
not
get men
spending
to do
their
this.
own money to get it.
But I'm saying that's still a trend. I'm not gonna spend my money to do it. We're gonna get men to do it. So now women are spreading the word to all the women. Yo, from now on, this is how
But
y'all
see,
do it. I'm
men will
saying
go
that's the
broke
trend.
following the trend.
Men go broke following women. Men always go broke. It ain't nothing for a man to go broke. Men get divorced and go broke. Men try to date, go
Oh
broke.
my God.
Men are used to going broke.
Like, can I say one thing?
And that's not a trend. That's life. That
Look,
been from day
maybe
one.
you can explain it better, Locke. You go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. So we always talking about there's less men for each woman, right? And I'm gonna tell you what the issue. This is what the issue is. There's more men doing women shit than before. So where you sit
Exactly.
so where you sit up there and talk about women following the trend, men before we started wearing eyelashes and and BBLs and all this stuff, guess who was doing it? The man.
Exactly.
So
Men was
I'm not here to say that the manly men are doing that, right? But when we're talking about trends, we're talking about the the RuPauls who set the trend, and other men followed that trend. So more of men, not the manly man, right? More of them have set the trend, and more of them follow the trend. I'm not saying that we do not follow a trend, but because the vast majority are the men.
Nah, I'm not buying that.
I
I
know
mean,
you
listen, if that, I mean, listen. If I mean, you might be correct. I'm just saying, I don't see it. I'm just saying, I don't see it. I don't see in mass the comparison between men and women. Men being more
when you go to the
followers
beauty supply,
than.
when you go to the beauty supply, which I'm sure you don't visit very frequently, right?
Nah,
Because
I
you're a
got
man.
locked. I listen. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, I go to the beauty supply store. I got
When
locked, and so yeah, I
I'm
go
not
get
saying that you
got
don't
it.
visit. I'm just saying
I
you
don't go
don't
get no.
visit it as frequently. That's all I'm saying. You don't visit
Okay.
it as frequently as, say, someone as a female, right? Because
Okay.
we go in there today, we need mascara. Tomorrow we need eyelashes. Blase, blase. You're gonna go in there once, and this is just an example. You're gonna go in there once a month. You're gonna get everything that you need in that one time. Me going in there once a week, I'm going to see more men in that beauty supply buying female female products. And when I say female products, I'm talking about like the eyeliners, the eyeshadow, the this, the that. You understand what I'm saying? So are they setting the trend? Yes. Are they following the trend? Yes. Do we follow after them? We may. But the thing is that they're the vast majority that are spending money. And you keep saying that women are the bigger spenders. There are men that look like women that spend a lot more money than us as females.
But I'm talking about in mass. I'm not talking about. See, I'm not talking about just the onesies and the twosies. I'm talking about overall in general. I can agree with what you're saying if we're talking on the onesies and the twosies. I'm talking about for the most part overall in general. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not nitpicking the little stuff here and there. I can agree with you on the little stuff here and there, but I mean in mass. In mass. And for the most part, like I said, when I said women are for the most part, and it's true, women are the biggest consumers, it's because women want when they see women want what they other if you listen to women and they all want the same guy. It's all the same thing.
Because
The
it's
reason
only
why
one guy
women,
for 10
but
women.
listen, the
Because
reason
guess where
why,
the rest of them are? Dating each
listen,
other.
who?
Men dating men, men, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, there's 10
So
women
women,
and one guy. So of
women,
course,
okay,
we're
okay.
all jumping on the one
Women,
guy.
women don't date women.
Of course we do.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so again, you
But it's more of us than y'all. We
okay,
have
so
look, we have
so
enough
if
to
it's
spare. Y'all don't. Y'all are a shortage. Y'all like an endangered species. So therefore, we have enough to spare a couple of them to date each other.
Because guess where they're
We're
coming?
trying to even the playing field.
That's what I'm saying.
okay, okay, I got you. You know something else I hear now that you say that, right? Another thing we talking about trends. I hear a lot of women saying that women dealing with women is a trend. Women see it, it looks spectacular, it look this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I hear a lot of women say most women who do that ain't really into that, but it's just a thing.
And they
That's
confused.
right.
It's a
They
trend.
confused.
It's a trend though.
No, that's not a trend. That's
That's-
confusion. Because that's playing with people's feelings.
It
Because
started
see,
out as
the
a
other
trend.
person might be really like that, and then you playing with their feelings because you pretending to be like that
A
because you
trend.
trying to experiment
A
to see if
trend.
that's what you really want to do instead of
Okay.
just saying I'm by curious and I just want to see how I feel to see if I like it.
That would be a trend. You really don't know
How's
what you
that a
want, but
trend?
everybody, you really don't know what it is that you want. I'm confused. So look, I'm confused because I
That's
see her
because,
doing it, her
but see,
doing it, her
that's
doing
only
it.
because they have not tapped into their sexual beings. Like
So they follow the trend.
coming up as a teenager, you experiment. I'm gonna say that's when I did a lot of my experiment. I don't know about everybody else. That's when I did a lot of my experiments, and I knew what I liked and what I didn't. But as I got older, I found out that it's more that I like and that I don't like. So as you get older, you learn more about your sexual self to know what else you like and what you don't like. So being bi-curious, as they call it, you've experienced it once and you liked it, but you want to make sure that's what you like. Because either you like it or you don't.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I just, like I said, I just called it how I see it. You know what I mean? Just from my standpoint, me as a man, that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. I really don't see men, like I said, in mass. You know what I mean? I see some guys that'll do anything to impress a woman. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I've been asked, oh, we doing this trend. Man, you better, why would you even ask me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I see women doing trends all the time. I really don't. I'm not saying I haven't seen men do it. I see some men do it. I don't know. They're just a different type of man. I don't know.
Right.
And then you got
Right.
this light
And
switch
that is
thing
where
where
I'm
they
trying to
switching
get you
and
to
putting on their
understand.
girlfriend's clothes, and the girlfriends got on their clothes. Now that's a trend. I don't know why that's a trend. I mean,
But that's
because
exactly where I'm trying to get your head to where you just
But,
said.
but what
yeah,
I'm
like
saying
There,
is, but what I'm saying is, again, I'm talking in mass. I see the onesies and the twosies. I'm speaking in general across the board.
right.
Who
But
do
you
you see the
sometimes don't
majority?
even know. Sometimes you don't even, and this is what I'm saying. You don't even, I, as the female, don't even know if that's a biological female or not.
I'm not.
So
Listen.
in general, in the masses, it looks like we the females are spending the most. That's what I'm saying. I'm
but
not
a
saying
lot of times
That's a
them
known
just be
fact. Hold
men in
on.
dresses.
Hold on. No. This is a fact. This has not. No. This is a known fact. When I say that women are the biggest consumers, that's been a fact for years. So
Okay, yeah, women do more shopping than
Of course
men.
I do. Yeah, come on, you know that.
I
I
have to
appreciate you, Miss
agree
Willie.
I'm
with
not
I
that.
saying
Women
appreciate
do
you,
do
Miss
more
Willie.
shopping than
Oh,
men.
yeah, y'all are the biggest. Yeah,
We don't even got
absolutely.
a little lazy with it. We'll go order online.
Yeah, absolutely. But and to what Locke was saying, I'm not saying like you making up stuff. Oh, but
what
it
you
looked like it.
mean.
You say, listen, it
I'm
sounds like
not
you were
making
saying
up stuff.
we don't know if the person who's actually making the purchase was born this way. They look like this.
I
I'm
said you
not
don't
talking about.
know.
I'm not talking about what we don't know. I'm not you. That's made up.
Tell me how do
You can't
you
go off of well, that could be this and that could be that. I'm not talking about that.
tell me how do you know? Although okay, I can agree that we do spend a lot of money, right? I can agree, but how do you? How does the person you go to the register? How do they know if it's male or female that's going to spend that money? How can you do a generalization and say, okay, well, females spend majority of the money or do the largest shopping? I could see it back in the day, but
That
right
is
now,
a known
okay,
fact.
okay, okay, okay.
That is a known fact. Like that, what you're saying, how do you know that this person, this and that, that I don't know, that just seemed like a reach. You know what I'm saying? That seemed like a reach to now say, well, we don't know if the person that's actually making the purchase is this or that.
What is that? What was the last
I think that that's I think that that's a reach. So
the
I
last
don't
comment?
know. I'm not. No, I'm talking about what you said.
I hear you. I heard
Oh,
you. I hear
okay.
you. I'm not I'm
Oh,
not I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying the last comment
okay.
said
Look,
lots
now
of
we not. Nah, we still talking right now. Don't worry about nothing. Nah, don't worry about that. We yeah. But Nah. Again, like I said, based on, you know what I'm saying, what I know, or and what I have experienced, right? Just based on the fact that women tend to, right, tend to lead with emotions. It's just easier for women to just, however it is that they're feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, you understand what I'm saying? They're gonna lead with that emotion. Like spending money and buying things, believe it or not, is attached to an emotion. You want something. Oh, it's gonna make me feel good. How many of y'all got shoes in your closet that you probably wore one time and then now this go with this outfit and this and that and blah blah blah. Typically, women are more are foodies. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this food make me feel good. And you know what it's like to go out to eat with y'all? And y'all gotta get everything on the menu. Ooh, I'm in the mood. Ooh, this about that. Ooh, that. And this. It's like, yo, come on, man. I already knew what I wanted by the time I got there. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Y'all, why? Because of how you feel emotionally. You understand what I'm saying? That's why it's easier, you know what I mean, to be a follower, because something makes you feel a certain way. So it's like, oh, that looks fun. Oh, that looks this. Oh, that looks that. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. I'm not like pointing the finger and saying, yo, y'all ain't no good because that. Nah, I'm just speaking again from what it is that I see. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective. Just like y'all say, some of y'all men just don't see certain things because blah, 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 but y'all don't see things that we can see. Guess what? We can see things that y'all can't see. How you
That's
like
true.
that? How you like that?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, matter of fact, hold on. Listen, I've heard that women, right, when y'all in y'all, what is it called? Whatever, that 1 week period when y'all going,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when y'all going through y'all thing. Some of y'all said sometime if y'all around other women that'll, yeah, then that'll
Yeah,
trigger
it syncs
yours.
together.
Okay, yeah, I'm telling you. So y'all following.
I'm
Girl, you
mad
on
you
yours? Hold on, let
use
me start
that.
mine. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Like y'all take on. Okay, so if you want to break down like masculinity and femininity, right? So typically women are usually, because y'all are nurturers and y'all typically are more empathetic, y'all take on other people's energy. That's why a lot of time y'all women just be more drained than men sometimes, right? Men we be
Yeah.
physically drained, right? Because we probably just do more of the physical work, you know, or stuff like that. But y'all are mentally and emotionally drained because typically y'all take on the feelings and the emotions of like whoever is the closest to you and around you.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
I agree.
yeah, so I'm just saying when y'all something make you feel good, it's just like, ooh, you know what I mean? Oh, that look good. Ooh, this look. You heard about that new? Y'all know all the new restaurants. Let somebody tell you. Let somebody tell you. Oh, have you ever been here? Oh, that's it. Y'all got to go there. And y'all there taking pictures of your food. Ooh, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, y'all do it. You just probably don't realize it, and that's cool.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't do all the taking the pictures and stuff, but
You know,
I do like to try different
there you
restaurants.
go. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know it. You know it. You know it. So yeah, nah, I'm saying, you know, it's cool. I ain't got no beef with y'all. You know, it's cool. It's cool. What up, Lot? We still good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm a
I'm
little
listening.
nervous
I
because I know
mean,
how you do when you
no,
crash
no,
out.
no,
I'm just,
no, because playing devil advocate, and then trying to receive what you guys are putting out, and trying to change my perspective on how I see things. I mean, I'm with it. Like I said, I'm all about taking it in. You know what I'm saying? Changing how
oh,
I feel about certain things. So, like,
I'm
what?
taking it in.
I'm just taking it in. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. So look, We be going for a minute. We gonna let this one ride out. I want to appreciate and shout out everybody that came through in the chat. We're gonna have to do something for the chat. We're gonna do something for the next show. We're gonna do something for the chat. I don't know what it is. We're gonna
What
come
about
together.
some Q&As?
We're gonna do something with the chat. I want to shout out Shaka Shaka 337. Hey Shaka, they coming for you. They coming for you. So you got to be on point every time. You got to be on point. They coming for you every time. All right. Shout out to Miss Lucky Charms for being in the building. Who else was in here? Let me see. Somebody else was in here. Oh, shout out to Skinner. What up, though?
Yeah, before that was
Yeah, I think that was it.
somebody else. No, it was somebody
Oh,
else.
it's like,
before that.
yeah, somebody else.
Somebody else is in here. I think
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I can see right now. But listen, I want to shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that was watching that did not jump in the chat. Looking if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell so you be notified every time we go live and we get on here and we just chop it up. So
Right.
until next time, we'll see y'all.
Thank you for the input.
Peace.
Peace out.